And take us live now.
Yep, and I'm going to be doing the same. We're back. A dinosaur story.
Sending data. Live on Twitch. Hey! There we go. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are. Today is episode 151, and I am finally finishing up The Last of Us. Now, I could go back and continue in a New Game Plus in The Last of Us, but I don't want to fucking do that.
No.
I'm gonna start the DLC for Left Behind. I know the control scheme. Easy, normal, hard, survivor, grounded.
Did.
I'm gonna stick with hard.
Yep.
Because, and this is the prequel DLC. Sony Computer Entertainment presents.
I'm just trying to...
A highlight reel of the first game.
Nope.
My new RAM came in today, but I did not have a chance to install it. I will hopefully be doing that after the stream.
So yeah, last time we did some grinding to get Kumatora's weapon. We're gonna have to do some grinding to get Lucas's weapon. Oh, Kumatora's feeling feverish. You know what that means, folks.
Oh boy.
By the way, happy birthday. By the way, happy birthday, Sonic the Hedgehog and Mr. Robotnik.
That's Dr. Robotnik to you, you green-skinned fiend!
Whatever, man. So yeah, today is the 34th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, that's up to you.
Happy many returns,
you need to learn how to fall better. You made... Hey, we're Naughty Dog. We made one model for a boombox throughout this entire game. Expository dialogue. Yay.
Hey.
You can tell that the writing has taken an automatic hit from this because this one was written solely by Neil Druckmann.
Oh, riveting.
Yep, the guy who's an absolute cock.
The guy who wrote the next game we're playing tonight. Because once I get done with this...
We're in Abby territory.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We can't stop here. This is Abby country.
Abby country?
Oh no.
Emphasis on cunt.
Ouch.
Jeez.
Audio cassette. Lock the fucking door then.
Yeah.
I killed all of them.
Honestly, I'm just... Yeah, back to that whole Switch 2 stuff. I'm just not a fan of the direction that Nintendo's kind of going in right now.
Nobody really is.
I'm not really sure it's entirely a Nintendo direction, but yeah, I'm not a fan of where the industry as a whole is going.
Not wrong there.
Yeah. Now, I still... These... I used audio cassettes. They barely fucking worked when they were new. They barely worked the older... They worked less the older they got. And into a zombie apocalypse where apparently nobody has been taking care of fucking anything. Ellie's collar is clipping through her shoulder.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Why wasn't this just integrated into the story in the remastered version?
You got a good... That's a good question, Alex.
What? I mean, I can understand it. I can understand it not being entirely... Oh, that's Ellie's shirt. I can understand it not being integrated entirely, because if it's like something they came up with later in the... That is a really bad bandage job, Ellie. Granted, I have first aid certification, so I know how to do something like this, but... You were in military school. All right, Ellie, but I'm not sure how much help I'm gonna be. I can't speak English. I passed my horse karate test, but I'm not really sure that I can kick one of those clickers hard enough to make it stop.
Duster's level is now level 52.
Ellie, you're relying on a master lock. You're relying on a fucking master lock to keep Joel safe. It can be opened with a stiff glance, and you're relying on a master lock.
She's not all that bright.
Evidently not. Go check out Lockpicking Lawyer and McNally. McNally Official on YouTube. For more proof of why master locks are bad at their job.
So in case you're wondering, why are we beating up things with gigantic heads? Well, Lucas's best weapon is on their person, but it only has a 3% chance of dropping.
Colorado Mountain Plaza with incredibly pixelated font. Looks
so we're
like it was taken from The Dark Knight.
So we're stuck wailing on these things until one of them drops something. And I'm like...
You know something that would have been helpful if they'd integrated this into the actual game? You would have had crafting materials at this point.
Yep.
I keep wanting to press square to run.
You know, the funny thing is, Alex...
I'll take you to the candy shop.
As tested by Brain Scratch when they were playing the game, Ryan ended up taking quite a bit of pleasure in essentially sending any of the zombies after the guys that were chasing Ellie.
Huh.
He was like, attack, my pretty! Essentially treating them like flying monkeys. Lucas and Company earned experience.
That's not even just the same book. That's the same collection of books.
Which, to be fair, at the very least, these guys give like nearly 3,000 experience points. So we can grind experience.
Now, granted, I am not Ellie, but I am sure Ellie could climb over that thing.
Yes.
I find it funny how the protagonist is also the best healer in this game.
Something I really appreciate about the Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs games in hindsight is how if you held the run button and held the parkour button, your character would automatically vault over things.
Yeah.
That's something I'm missing here.
I kind of wish that I would have a luck stat in this game, so that way it would be a lot easier to grind off of enemies like this. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colorado Lottery, prepaid phone cards. Prepaid phone cards were they still a thing?
Like
back
the
in
equivalent of
2015?
getting like guaranteed criticals if your luck stat is maxed out. Bless you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm more talking for the sake of getting better drops.
Oh right, yeah, true.
See, this seems like it would have been a lot better paced, because we already know that we get out of this and all this stuff happens the way we need to... The way we need to have it happen.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you know anything about poor Ellie...
Yeah, if you've already completed the game, this section has no twists.
Yeah.
Is that a Blu-ray? That is a giant... That is a giant bottle. No.
Come on, Wall Staples.
Oh, come on. You turned photo mode off again. I just want to see what that movie is. Come on. Dawn of the Wolf 2 on backwards upside down Blu-ray.
The heck?
The Blu-ray logo is at the bottom, and then there's another Blu-ray section cut out up at the top. Okay, then.
So, Alex, there's a, somebody ended up uploading, like, a 4K AI upscale of the 97 Berserk anime.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
I will have to check that out and see if it's bad.
Yeah.
If it's good, kudos.
I can send you a link to this when we're done.
Yeah, because here's the thing about AI upscale. Some of them are really good, and some of them are really bad. And some of them, like, I believe the what you call it? AstroRes. I believe AstroRes is technically a machine learning upscaling tool. Machine learning's not all bad, kids. You can use it to remove shit like chroma noise and... Hey. Break the lock. Break the window. Fucking pick the goddamn
Summon the Rancor.
Please read. Pharmacist went crazy and attacked me. Hit him pretty hard. He's unconscious. I locked him in the American Princess next door. Please get him help. What the fuck? 353031. That's really stupid. We don't know how long ago that was. There's still way too much stuff in here for this to have been looted and abandoned. Like, there's entire... Like, something has to be semi-inhabited to be this decrepit, you know? Like, there has to be somebody taking care of stuff like this for it to... I went to, So we went to the movie theater for my birthday a couple years ago. And there haven't been many movies, that I really wanted to see in theaters that came out around my birthday, or anybody's birthdays. So, we haven't been back in a while, but... So this
We're back, a dinosaur story.
Yeah, this was a couple of years ago. This was back when Godzilla and Kong came out, actually. Godzilla x Kong, New World
Which
Kingdom,
may or may not...
That thing.
The New Empire?
New Empire, yeah. The one with the evil monkey and the giant...
evil cousin of Lanky Kong?
Yeah, Lanky Kong's evil twin. And yeah, that one. We went to go see that in the theaters, because we just gotten done watching all of the other MonsterVerse films. And Godzilla and Kong...
How did your family like those?
They fucking love them. Like, my dad likes those big old monster creature features. And, Ellie, maybe you could have slit his throat beforehand. Is this guy gonna jump scare me? Oh, kinda.
Basically, in case you're wondering, what prompt are we waiting for? The prompt essentially aids the enemy left to present.
Think about me while I'm off. I'll be missing you, but not too much, Laura. That's... Okay. I have a feeling something bad is gonna happen.
Melvin and says, "Do you really need that?" To which I respond, "Ask the community that told me that I should get that." Because trust me, the Earthbound community is something else.
Oh, would you look at that? The zombie, they put a bunch of walls and shelves between me and here so that I wouldn't notice the zombies spawning in.
Lovely.
And they put it between me and Joel so I would have to fight it. Because they respawned the brick that I stole earlier. Oh, god damn it. I didn't hit the right button there. Tell me you gotta check. Okay, yeah, checkpoints there.
Level up.
But yeah, the last time I was at the movie theater, there was an abandoned candy counter, right? Just out in the middle of nowhere, because they have a nice big snack bar, but then towards the back, they have a candy counter, where they have, like, snacks and shit. Come on, come on. I was sneaking up on you!
But they didn't want to be snuck up on, Alex.
Okay. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing again, and I'm gonna see if that's just the game being a dick, or if this is supposed to be like a waiting game.
So...
Okay, I lied. Alex, I wasn't gonna do the same thing again. Because I noticed there was another brick over here I could steal. But yeah, the candy in the display counter was just melting and decrepit and moldy and rotten. God. You know?
Oh, God.
So I went and I told them, and I was like, hey, this is, you know, like the candy counter at the back. Near where all the actual theaters are, take the box. Ellie, take the fucking box.
She doesn't know how to do that.
It's a metal box. You can use it to bash things with. What the fuck was that? Anyways, hey, Ellie, do you want to look through those things? Okay, I guess not. Weird-ass triangle lighting effect. Check.
So, what do you think is the worst item in a game to grind for?
Anything that is a truly random drop. 15-year-old girl knocks over 60-pound solid metal gate.
So I'm guessing you're not a fan of the Crusagram?
I like it as a weapon. Or the
Ring of Varda?
I like it as a weapon. I'm not particularly fond of having to get it.
Funny thing is...
on PS5.
Funny thing is, Fran ended up having like a massive, and I stress massive, flex.
He got the Crusagram on his first try, didn't he?
No. Oh, he no, he didn't get it on his first try.
Facts and logic.
But here's the thing. And on luck mode, obviously he has the luck ring. Yeah. But he's handicapped by the stat drops. So he ended up getting not one, but 2 Ring of Vardas.
Oh my god.
And then he also got 2 Crusagram.
dirty gauze that may in fact actually be worse than,
And I'm like, what the hell, man?
than nothing, but whatever. Chief Warrant Officer Larry Caulfield died bravely this afternoon. We were flying back to the QZ when our patient turned. It must have been spores because none of us saw the bite. The patient broke through the restraints and fell upon our pilot, W.O. Sean Brendan. Oh, would you look at that? A helicopter crash and a zombie thing. Has Neil Druckmann played Resident Evil? I think he might have. Even with the helicopter spinning out of control. Officer Caulfield fought the infected patient, saving our lives. We crashed in a rural Colorado mall, Colorado. Private Eugene Ellis, Officer Caulfield, and I were the only survivors. In subduing the infected, Officer Caulfield was bitten in the neck. He immediately showed us the bite and accepted his fate. I executed the infection protocol before Officer Caulfield can turn into an infected. So I executed Officer Caulfield. May he rest in peace, Captain Reagan Francis, 4th Infantry Division, Denver, QC.
Ouch.
Now remember, the infection protocol is as follows: apply the very effective method of lead to the cranium.
Yes. You see, here is my gun. Inside it is a lead 9mm bullet. Hold the gun directly to forehead. Apply gun directly to brain, as so. Ka-chow! This video about executing zombies is sponsored by Factor 75. For all of your food delivery needs, go to Factor 75, link in the description. If I remember to put it there this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, somebody named Trevor in a zombie thing. That means he's absolutely, definitely fucking dead. Fedra killed my parents. Were they zombies? They feed themselves while feeding us lies.
Level up.
Rise up, fight Fedra.
Mm-hmm.
That's... I wanna know... Can you show me... See, usually what happens in scenarios where something is abandoned isn't that it's completely abandoned. It's that nobody like, law is still holding up and nobody nobody actually knows who owns something, so nobody touches it for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. They then proceed to touch it.
Yeah. Hairy old man named Joel Miller. I swear he's not a pedophile. Listen. She wound up hanging out with a different hairy old man, and then he did turn out to be a pedophile, so, you know. We have to make these distinctions. This is The Last of Us, after all. AKA Zombie Game of Thrones.
AKA Neil Druckmann's barely disguised audit.
No, Neil Druckmann only brings out his barely disguised fetish when he has Laura Bailey voice an invincible muscle girl.
So it's essentially a collection of Neil's fetishes.
Or invincible old woman of color.
Like I said.
The only reason I bring up the latter thing is because of Uncharted 4.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, Uncharted 4 was the thing that started it, and then she went on to voice another invincible muscle girl in something else Neil Druckmann made. You could cut her character out of Uncharted 4 entirely, and we lose nothing except a shitty boss fight and a bunch of QuickTime events.
And a spin-off.
Like I said, we lose nothing.
A spin-off that exists?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind.
I mean, some people
Uncharted
did like the
spin-off.
spin-off.
But, you know, we got... Rather than having, you know, the first Uncharted collection had 3 games on it. It's just a shame there wasn't a third game that they could have put on the Honor Among Thieves collection, or whatever the fuck it was called.
I'm guessing you hate Uncharted 3 that much.
I mean, I do hate Uncharted 3, but I was more bringing up the fact that they didn't include Golden Abyss on any collection. Even though Golden Abyss is a way, way, way better game than Uncharted 3 is. Or Uncharted 4. Did you know that during the production of Uncharted 3, they split off half the Naughty Dog development team to work on this fucking game?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we came out with 2 half-assed games that are forever borked, and they've had multiple opportunities to fix and refused.
And both of them have a multiplayer.
Yeah, both of them have a multiplayer. You know what you could have done? You could have pulled an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask situation, you know? Like, you could have built The Last of Us out of assets that you made for the Uncharted games, rather than, you know, trying to change the entire fucking aesthetic.
And then ruin said aesthetic.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4, my behated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want retcons? We have retcons. Speaking of which, this DLC.
You know, funnily enough, I ended up...
He doesn't look anything like a monkey.
At work, I ended up doing, like, a date, marry, kill on the various members of the Teen Titans.
What is that?
And
Oh, that's just a waste of good whiskey.
Think fuck, marry, kill, but without the fucking.
Wow, that is...
And
you didn't even bother putting the top back on that before you put it in there.
And surprisingly...
Where did the bottle go?
When I asked 2 of my coworkers regarding the male members of the Titans...
Look at that. Look at that,
None
guys.
of them...
Look at this. The bottle is empty, but the top is still on it, even though she didn't put the top back on.
Surprisingly...
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly, 2 of them would said that Beast Boy would probably have the best personality. And I'm like, wow, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm.
Ellie has
What
a really...
use is that against people that are attacking you with physical attacks?
Ellie has a really awkward running animation in this section. It's like they only mocapped her running for the sections where she's got a...
Level up.
Where she's got a jacket on. Hold? Why are the fucking teenage girls lifting with their... Oh boy, something Uncharted happened.
Oh, riveting.
Oh, would you look at that? There's a way. Ellie has really long arms. Not like long in general, but long for her body. It's like they're... It's like the skeleton is too, Halloween store.
This is
I'm
Halloween.
Doink the Clown! That's a very good question. Oh my god, $2.95 for a plastic pumpkin. That's a steal. That is actually a steal these days. They want like $10 for them. I have a plastic pumpkin Halloween bucket I just used to hold stuff. And it still has a Family Dollar $2 sticker on it. Oh my god, it's a QuickTime event.
Oh, and meanwhile, the Runaway guys are now doing the Banjo of the Tuies.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
I prefer the way the Last of Us TV show handled this, where they just seamlessly integrated it into the story.
I'm like, let me guess, Emil is playing this one because because of last time. And I'm like, yep, I was right. And this time they were recording it live.
Sexy zombie, sexy Xena warrior princess, sexy pirate, Cinderella, sexy vampire, different... Yeah, sexy vampire, sexy vampire. Is that a sexy clown? No, that's a sexy nurse.
What's the difference?
Oh, I mean, with that kind of hair, it's hard to tell.
I mean...
Good God, that is some horrible... Those are horrible lines on the screen there. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna check, because I know I've done this before, but I need to make sure that frame rate max... Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Makes it look worse. Yeah, that's what I thought. CPS, 1080p. Let's see if I turn HDR off if it affects anything.
It then proceeds to barely affect anything.
It didn't affect anything. This is... They charged full price for this remaster.
Yep.
That's lovely.
And this is part of the reason why I didn't buy the $10 PS5 upgrade for The Last of Us Part 2. Because I know there's not going to be a whole lot of anything to it. Let's see. Oh, it's a Jack costume. Police officer. Ninja. Fucking Uncharted 2 Nathan Drake. That's cool. But that is just a t-shirt and blue jeans. Pretty sure I have one of those by accident. Excuse me. Grim Reaper? Werewolf?
50% off.
50% off select items. That's how they get you.
So
these have to be real kids' Halloween costumes, or at least real graphics.
So Old Zero,
$2.95.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's $5, $7, $5, $6.
What is
$8.
a game?
Huh.
What is a game series? What is a fighting game series you would want to see come back?
Oh. That's a good question.
9 different phrases. Fun for the whole family.
Well, it's really tough to say, because, like, I'm happy Fatal Fury got to come back.
I had one of these. I still have it somewhere, probably. Of the skull from Pirates of the Caribbean. You'd shake it and open up the eye patch, and it'd have a little thing inside that responded with something. Although my favorite Magic 8 Ball thing is the Magic 8 Ball, am I stupid joke, and then it's just a bowling ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
No surprise, all the candy is gone.
I'd like to see another shot at the Digimon on Rumble games.
Yeah.
Because All-Star Rumble was pretty good.
Did you guys know that The Last of Us started off as a graphic novel that Neil Druckmann was working on?
Why am I not surprised that
Yeah.
is the case?
Yeah, so Neil Druckmann apparently started the concept with a graphic novel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and Ellie and Joel were originally father and daughter, not unrelated.
Not surrogate father and
Yeah,
surrogate daughter.
And so, oh god damn it. Yeah, so the role of
Actually, I wouldn't mind.
Sarah was
I wouldn't
created.
mind Dead or Alive coming back. Actually.
Well, in this day and age, Dead or Alive would get canceled.
Yeah, even the folks at Koei Tecmo are fully aware, and they're like, yeah, let's not risk that at the moment, considering the current climate at the FGC nowadays.
Yep. But, at Zero, did you ever play any of the Digimon on Rumble games?
I played the first
There we
one.
Have you played
That was on
All
the
Star
PS1.
Rumble?
No, I don't think so, sadly.
I feel like if it wasn't for All Star Rumble, that Digimon's interest in the United States would not have been reignited in a way. In case you were wondering, Alex, Digimon All Star Rumble is a 3D fighter, or that a feature that allows for 4 players to beat each other up simultaneously. You can take control of quite a variety of Digimon, most of them coming from Adventure 1 because of obvious reasons.
Yeah.
The Digimon that are playable in that game, and from each series that is represented, are as follows. Agumon Gabuma. On Bioma. On Gomamon. On Tentomon. On Engatomon. On from Adventure 1.
Why did you leave? Why did you lash out? Yeah.
As for the Adventure 2 characters, we only have 2 representatives from that series, and they're Vmon and Wormmon. Level up. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, apparently Neil Druckmann said, oh, the story wouldn't be interesting if it was a father and his daughter, because obviously a father would do anything for his child.
Oh dear.
I'm just like, okay.
Oh, fine. I guess I'll walk into him.
Okay, Neil.
I fear my party has grown a little too strong.
It wouldn't be at all interesting to see a father trying to keep his family safe during a zombie apocalypse. No, sir.
Anyway,
we gotta change things.
Anyway, so yeah.
No.
And that's all for the Adventure 2 representation. And Tamers also had 2 reps, which were Guilmon and Impmon. And then, last but not least, we have 2 reps from Digimon Cross Wars.
Okay.
AKA Fusion. Shoutmon and Darulumon.
Jason Derulo'mon?
No. And funnily enough, Darulumon in the anime, not in the game.
I mean, of course they're not going to give power to a section that's not habitable.
Darulumon in Digimon on Cross Wars, or his dub, is voiced by Kylie Bear.
Oh, cool. You know, I just don't
Take
really...
a wild guess what gimmick. Take a wild guess what Darulumon's gimmick is.
Yeah, I don't really understand what they're trying to say about Fedra with this situation. Of course, they're not going to leave the circuit breakers on for places that are uninhabited or uninhabitable. Duh.
It's a case of no shit, Sherlock. Of course they're not going to do that.
Yeah. And now we cut back to the present day.
So, Old Zero, how do you feel about that particular roster?
I feel like I'm kind of getting the vibes of like the equivalent
Nathan
of Battle
Drake could
Stadium
get up there.
DON, where there was like a couple more Dragon Ball reps than like both Naruto and One Piece. Like, because both Naruto and One Piece had like 6 characters representing their series, and
What about
Dragon Ball was,
Bleach?
It was mostly just Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto for Battle Stadium DON.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Dragon Ball on... Oh, wait. It's supposed to be Dragon Ball, Bleach, Age One Piece, and Naruto. But yeah.
Fucking God.
Oh, Lucas is now starting to feel feverish. Now we gotta do Ring Around the Rosie again.
At least you... At least you can't, At least you can't make cats do stuff.
If this were like a post commentary, hey, I would have already gotten the grinding out of the way off screen.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
of course I'm gonna have to go into the water.
So if I wanted more reps in a hypothetical sequel to All-Star Rumble, well, for Adventure One I would want to add in Palmon and Patamon, on thus completing that roster. And for
just gonna try it once, huh?
For Adventure 2, I'd also want to add in Hawkmon and Armadillomon.
Private Ellis has taken a turn for the worse. He's burning up and couldn't keep any of his food down. Maybe the amputation was too late. Ooh.
For Tamers, I'd throw in Renamon and Terriermon.
Oh, this is just stupid.
Although then again, and let me just say this.
Me. I shot a guy who got bit by a zombie. Be.
If this game were to exist,
fucking me.
Let me just say so if this game were to exist, and let's just say that some people who were just picking up the Rumble series that starting from a hypothetical sequel to a PS3 Xbox game, they would not be prepared for Renamon.
Yeah.
Because
Come on.
Alex, you remember we discussed Renamon on our Waifu Wars stream?
Yes. Fucking hell, Ellie.
And I'm like, I would have preferred it if we were discussing at least Sakuyamon, because that at least looks human enough.
Yeah.
Okay, time to use the health kit on myself, because I'm going to fucking die if I don't.
No, never.
SDALKERs.
Level up.
Ah, fuck. Would you look at that? The zombies are hiding and taking cover. Huh.
Although for Cross Wars, I'd be hard pressed to think of anybody from Cross Wars to represent this other than Shoutmon and Darulomon. Because I'll be honest, there isn't a lot of options in that as show.
Yeah.
At least not a lot of options that aren't, you know,
It's
already...
over, Zombikin. I have the high ground.
Already
Oh, no, you
like,
have the high ground now, too.
That are already ultimate or mega level.
Zombie isn't anywhere near me.
To which I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it'd be hard for me to find anybody from Cross Wars. Although I would want to put in some Savers representation.
Mm-hmm.
In the form of Galmon.
Yes.
That way we could
That's
get
like
Skip.
yeah.
That way we could get
that's
Skip
like the
Stelricht
last-
back.
Yeah. That was like the last Digimon series I kind of watched. Before I kind of moved on to other things. At the
Yeah.
time.
People thought Frontiers was what killed old Digimon. I'm like, okay, let's put it this way. Frontiers only put Digimon on hiatus for, like, I don't know, a year or two in Japan.
Mhm.
And it was longer in America.
That's gonna be Diesel. That's gonna be fucking
Whereas Savers put Digimon on hiatus until 2011.
Ooh.
Ellie, you didn't need to do that.
I don't know how to feel about that.
You can literally just
Mhm.
squeeze the air out of the hose and it'll work. Are you gonna leave the
Oh, and by
siphon
the way-
behind, or are you gonna take that with you, you stupid kid?
Oh, and by the way, Alex, you want to know how 4Kids-ish Savers dub was?
How?
They had a Digimon that was themed after a bomb themed after orange juice.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I'm like, let me guess.
How?
This is because it reeked of terrorism.
How did you do that? How you fucking do that? What kind of edits did you have to make to do that?
Bad ones. Oh, and also they renamed Yggdrasil into King Drazel.
Did they not?
That was
think
it.
People would
That
know.
was an edit. That was an edit that stuck. With the entire series after that dub aired.
Do I have to
Yeah.
be right in front of?
Even Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth's localization uses King Drazel.
There is nowhere near enough. There's still gas left in there.
Oh, and even though Crusadermon or Lord Nightmon is more or less is supposed to be a feminine-looking dude, in the dub for Frontiers, Crusadermon was interpreted as female.
Burn, baby, burn.
Ooh.
And oh god. And it gets even better, Alex.
Okay, is that all electric water? I guess it must be.
So in Cyber Sleuth, Lord Nightmon or Crusadermon ends up possessing.
I was thinking
ends
it
up
was going to
taking
let me go
over-
through some stuff, but hey, that's actually
ends up
smart.
taking over ends up
The whole
inhabiting the
thing is
body
electrified.
ends up inhabiting the body of a woman, and ends up retaining her voice,
Huh.
despite being male.
Huh.
Don't ask me how that makes any sense.
Don't ask me why. They don't need a reason.
I've got my way, my own way.
Because it doesn't matter now what happens.
I will never give up the fight. Why do we keep going back to that song?
Because it is, and always has been, the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep it down.
That's Karate Kid.
Yes.
Oh, and and you want to know when and Frontiers and Savers were in terms of the American broadcast of Digimon?
Where?
They were during the era of when Disney was or when Digimon was bought out by the Mouse.
Ah.
What was the... Was there ever a chance of Digimon showing up in Kingdom Hearts?
I don't know. And the worst part is, it's like they acquired this from Fox after Digimon Tamers was finished. They aired Frontiers with a new theme song that I absolutely hate.
Oh, yes. That was around the same time, yeah, when Power Rangers, their production moved from, like, California to New Zealand.
To New Zealand, yeah. History has proven that was a mistake, by the way, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and of course, after being bought out by the Mouse, and after Savers ended up causing Digimon to go on hiatus in America until 2013.
What the hell is the point of that?
Man. Oh, man.
Digimon was then bought out by Paramount / Nickelodeon.
Oh, that's the point of
And
that.
Nickelodeon has done fuck all with the series after the second season of Cross Wars.
Oh, man.
I was thinking I was going to have to use that to...
And within
Get
that
Apparently I
span,
have to use that
2
to
more
prop something
Digimon
up.
shows aired in Japan, as well as a full-on reboot of Digimon Adventure.
Oh, man.
A reboot that has arguably a worse casting in the dub than the original.
It's got so much hot potatoing with the licensing for Digimon.
Yeah. And then Discotech ended up getting the rights to the home video releases and have produced objectively better Blu-rays than the Japanese 20th anniversary Blu-rays, which, by the way, I do hope you have deep pockets for those.
Because if you're planning to hunt that, prepare to pay an arm and a leg for
Yeah.
it. Oh.
More money for an inferior product.
Yep.
Yay! It's a Toei product after all.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's not owned by Sony.
Oh, come on.
So yeah.
Fuck.
So yeah, Digimon, unlike Pokemon, has kind of had to go through a major hot potato for a while now. How after Fox ended up losing it.
Yeah.
And then of course there's also the fact that now we have a slew of video games.
Oh, yeah.
There's a new Digimon story coming out, and it's got a full English dub to it.
Surprisingly.
We haven't had an English dub to a Digimon game since Digimon World Next Order.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I just got my neck bitten out.
And Digimon World Next Order is quite hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for a while, Pokemon in the U.S. was just done by 4Kids, and through the Pokemon
Company International, yeah,
And then-
TPCI.
and it was still airing on Cartoon Network after Kids WB stopped airing it.
I remember that Cartoon Network used to have a bunch of Pokemon episodes up on their website for free.
Yeah,
I remembered. Yeah.
and then
Until
of course
the time
after until Pokemon X and Y, and then
Pokemon
suddenly the mouse had it,
Yeah, it's interesting.
or at least Disney XD.
Mouse.
I mean, hell, the
yeah.
mouse. I mean, hell, the mouse temporarily had Naruto Shippuden for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stopped airing it because they stopped airing it just before the Akatsuki suppression arc, to which I'm like, yeah, I don't think they could have found a way to censor Hidan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they censored just about everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that caused Studiopolis to record 2 separate dubs for that.
And there was even the whole joke I made in the Naruto where it's like, Naruto, are you a boy or a girl? I'm like, what?
And meanwhile, in the uncut version, are you sure you have... Do you even have balls at all?
Oh, man.
Or in one subtitled version, and Sai refers to Naruto as a dickless panty waist.
Oh, God.
Considering the fact that Naruto could literally turn into a woman. Yeah. And meanwhile, a member of the big 3 that did not have this problem with the English dub was Bleach.
Yeah, because Bleach was the only one that started uncut.
Yeah, it started on Adult Swim. And that was kind of the reason why I didn't end up watching it. Until a while later after it was done airing. Because I never really stayed up late for Adult Swim. Because do I look like I have that kind of mental fortitude? Maybe Alex does, because he's nocturnal.
Yes.
Secretly, Alex is an owl.
Secretly, I'm Batman.
No. Look, it's funnier if you're an owl.
Yes.
And now all 3 parts of the big 3 are airing on Adult Swim.
Okay, then.
Oh, yeah.
Because 1,000 Year Blood War is on there now.
Mm-hmm.
Level up.
Woo.
Now, another show that I really like by Studio Pura, that also ended up needing to do 2 separate dubs, was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ah, yes.
Because Yu Yu Hakusho initially tried its luck on Cartoon Network, and then aired a decent chunk of it up until Kurama
What was
defeats
hurting me? There wasn't anyone near me.
Goro.
Yeah.
by inflicting
Elder
a fate
Dakota.
worse than in death.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, it's like they stopped before Yusuke could fight Sensui. They concluded that fight on home video.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how they would get around on having to explain how they would have to explain and Sensui suddenly transforming his hand into a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Because yes, that is a real thing that happens, and that
Huh.
he kind of has a bit of a split personality, and by a bit I mean he has 7.
Huh.
I've had enough of them.
One of those personalities is a woman.
I mean, heck, even one of them is him acting like the equivalent of a Yakuza thug.
Yep, Kazuya.
Kazuma Kiryu?
And no, sadly, Kazuya will be sugarcoating it. Because remember what Kazuya's famous phrase is before he uppercuts you to death? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And then you just hear "damn" from on Friday.
Clickers are just the insta-kill button in this game, and I'm not happy about it. The game is now deliberately rubber banding me.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Just spawned health and ammunition in front of me when I died.
It's like, oh, you're about to die? Well, it's too bad.
Why would you use a PSI counter when all I'm doing is punching you?
That backwards logic much.
You won. Still
Winner
nothing.
is you.
Oh, Kumatori's feverish. You know what we gotta do.
Shoot him.
Ah, yes.
Shoot her? Why?
Shoot her. That's
Why
the
would you shoot her?
First sign of a zombie.
But she's not. She hasn't been bitten.
Oh.
Plus, this is how PSI users gain new powers. They get a brief fever, it goes away, and they get a new power. See, Kumatora now already knows PK Thunder or Omega. Ah, come on!
Man, there's so much crap around here I could be using to throw as a distraction.
I'm a distraction. I'm distracting you.
Oh, brick. Brick, 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 brick. It's fun. Yeah, I was referencing Phineas and Ferb. Yeah.
I still like Phineas and Ferb.
Too bad
Yeah.
the reboot kind of sucks.
Phineas
Well,
and Ferb was a good show. But yeah, the animation took a bit of a nosedive in quality.
That's how all of them are
the
these
later
days.
seasons
Like the
are
King of the
more
Hill,
current.
the new King of the Hill has the same kind of thing going on. But it's like modern day
Yeah, like
Simpsons.
it just looks stiff.
It's the modern day Simpsons problem.
Oh yeah.
It kind of feels like Western animation has gotten worse. Like, it's just stiff.
Oh yeah.
And meanwhile, Rogue has been robbed of her most important asset in X-Men '97.
God dang it.
She's not allowed to have the booty. The most relevant part of the plot of the Apocalypse arc.
Extra thick.
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes or it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah!
Woo!
Alex, we could stop grinding now.
Cool.
Surrender now, mutant. Of course. Not. Optic blast.
Optic blast. Optic blast.
Dreams don't die.
Optic blast.
Zombies don't die. I kill them.
Hey, just give it up.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Look at that. The mystical stick. With that, I have every mystical weapon in this game. Life noodles. Ah, fuck.
Name's Williams. Ellie Williams.
And I've come to kick your ass.
Yeah.
Up, we found Ionia.
You know, this would have actually been a neat little callback to that section where you have to play as Sherry in Resident Evil 2. They need to just nut up and give Ellie a chain gun for this one mission.
Alex, you're expecting a lot out of them.
I'm expecting a game to be fun from a company that explicitly does not use the word fun when making games.
Oh, god dang it, Neil Cuckman.
We asked for fun. What did you give us? Not fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. We're climbing on a precarious thing. I hope nothing Uncharted happens on the way to this helicopter. Oh my god, something Uncharted happened.
In this helicopter... Hey, Ionia.
Ellie, did you not pack any gloves? Okay, sutures and... Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, Gizmo's here.
Hey,
Gizmo!
Hey, Gizmo!
We missed you, buddy.
Yeah, I miss me too.
Well, no, Gizmo, you missed a lot of grinding.
Yeah, it's an RPG.
I'm currently experiencing I'm currently experiencing Ellie's lesbian awakening.
Like
That's
that.
definitely not a retcon. Definitely wasn't written after the rest of the story was finished.
Honestly, out of all the lesbianism going on, that one I care for the least. That made it such a big deal. Oh, she's gay. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Where are the zombies?
Is that fucking Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs? No, that's a flat cap. Okay.
See.
This
It's
also
like
makes it also makes the least sense because like Apocalypse, immune,
Apocalypse too.
Cure dies with her, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mario Kart 64 just got decompiled.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that. PC port coming up, or PC port already released, rather.
I haven't played it, but I haven't played it myself, but yeah,
Apparently-
it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, apparently the Ship of Arcinian guys had some hand in that, and they've got their own level now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Mario Kart 64's got a PC port now. I actually played it last night.
Can't fucking wait. We got Ship of Arcanian, we got Starship, Two Ship, fucking Kart Ship, whatever this is called. Mario Kart
Spaghetti
64.
Kart.
Spaghetti Kart, yeah. Mario Kart 64 on PC, Super Mario 64 PC. What's next? Sin and Punishment PC? A Sin and Punishment PC would be really good.
Yeah.
The guy that there's a guy that's trying to decompile Mario Party 4 through 7.
Oh.
Yeah,
the
he's got, like,
GameCube
he-
titles.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's got like the code down and everything, and now he's just
That is
trying to port it to PC. And there's also a guy who's trying to decompile the original Animal Crossing on GameCube.
That's
Oh,
nice.
cool.
Oh my, that is nuts.
Man,
Yeah, and I still have my copy of Mario Party 7.
I have
Same.
4 and 6.
Oh,
I
dear.
don't have 5 or 7. I need to get those.
I've got
Yeah.
all the Mario Party games, like the Nintendo 64 ones, GameCube ones. I got Wii, and I got 9 and 10. I skipped the 3DS ones.
Yeah.
Are they that
The
bad?
3DS
I mean,
ones were very hit or miss.
I didn't get
to
the
be
Game Boy
honest.
Advance one. I got the DS one.
I heard you got the DS one. There's no Game Boy Advance one.
I thought there
DS
was
Well,
a Game
Mario
Boy
Party
Advance.
Advance was...
No, the joke is that that Mario Party game is only Mario
Doesn't
Party
exist?
in name. It's Mario Party in name only.
Right.
Yeah, people called it the worst
Yeah.
Mario Party because it had a little to do with Mario Party. It was to the point where a guy made a hack version of it just to change the title.
Mario. Yeah, Mario.
I would dare say that Mario Party 9 and 10 are the worst Mario Party games.
Yeah.
A party in name
By
only.
far.
Andrew WK would be quite displeased.
If I had to say the Mario parties I enjoyed the most, that would be what 2, 4, and 5.
Mhm.
Nice.
1
I
was
only-
okay.
Yeah.
3 was
Yeah.
odd. 9 was kind of weird, but the 10 was like the tumor in my ass.
Yeah, Mario Party 10 sucks.
Everybody's a winner. Eh.
Because fuck
Winner
the
is
car.
you.
The car mechanic. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what did
And
they
I
have
am
the car
glad
mechanic?
it never came back later down the road. That car can rot in hell.
Yeah.
And
I
it kinda-
generally ended up playing most of the GameCube era Mario parties. Like 6 and 7 were. I actually did enjoy 7 for the more so for the mini games and the 8-player idea. Where it's
Yeah.
like you and a partner share the controller. Like that. I
That was a
liked.
pretty fun gimmick.
Yeah.
I hope that they later. I hope that somebody later on decompiles F-Zero. No, wait, they already did. Oh no!
Did they
F-Zero
already-
GX. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
'cause
see
I
them.
was-
I want to see someone decompile F-Zero GX or fucking I don't know. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the GameCube version of Sonic Adventure 2.
Billy Loomis says
Son-
I never got into The Last of Us, currently watching the Brady Bunch movie. The Brady Bunch movie is a weird fucking film.
That is weird, but I like because I love it because of how weird it is. A family
Yeah.
It's
stuck
kind of
in-
like a parody of the Brady Bunch, I think.
family stuck in the 70s in a land of the 80s and 90s. No, it was the 90s, yeah.
Yep.
I think the only original Brady Bunch to make an appearance was The Maid.
I think so. Of those
Yeah, it was like a
90s
cameo.
movies, yeah, of those 90s movies, my favorite is the Beverly Hillbillies film. Did you guys ever see that?
I didn't even know they had a movie.
It's really good.
Same.
It has Jim Varney as Jed.
You know, we were speaking of decompilization of games. Is there a game you guys think should get a decompile?
Let's see.
Decompilation, I mean.
I think a lot more Nintendo 64 games should get PC ports, like
Yeah.
the first
Definitely.
three Mario Party games, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
I can definitely
F-Zero X.
see the Banjo games getting PC ports so people can make their own levels.
Yeah, I want...
I'm surprised
one of
there
the-
hasn't been a decompile of like Smash 64 as of yet.
I'm surprised
That'd
by
be
yeah.
nice too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one. Parody movies are hilarious. Maybe someday we'll get a movie that parodies DEI wokeness. I really hope that that's what Mel Brooks does with his
Hopefully.
There's been plenty. It's just that a couple of them
Spaceballs
are just
sequel.
not funny, or they were almost funny.
Yeah.
Lady Ballers.
Like what was Lady Ballers? Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to
forgot
say.
about that.
Yeah, it's like the one that we watched.
That could have actually been funny. That's the crime.
Well, the funny thing is that they just, ironically, they didn't have the balls to pull it off.
Bowls. It would.
Yeah, the balls are
It really could have been good. It really could have been good. It should have been good. I mean, out of all the things to make fun of that you could have made dollars on, DEI is like one of the most made fun of thing right now. Because think about all the stuff that's been made fun of like in the past few decades. You had
It's the same thing as Hollywood always has. It's not a Hollywood production, but it's still it's like 5 years late and not as funny.
should have been good. Should have been good.
We're gonna pick Friends.
Ooh, it'd be a good decompilation. Tony Hawk's what was it? Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
The Pro Skater.
No. Specifically Underground 2.
Underground?
Underground 2. Someone made a hack, but like that's not the same thing.
Billy says, debating if I want to try another Pokemon ROM hack.
ROM hacks of Pokemon, man, they're very miss.
I really want to see...
Ooh, Mario Kart Double Dash.
I really want to see Uncharted 1 and 2. They can include Uncharted 3 if they want, but I'm not gonna play it.
Pieces. I could see a good PC port. It's a good Super Nintendo game.
But seriously, like the fact that we've got Uncharted 4 and the shitty spin-off. We don't have the two good ones. That sucks.
That says a lot about the quality. Ooh, Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 1 and 2 would be good at PC games.
I think you fucked it up, guys. I'm trying to think.
If you're wondering why the CBUB's draft fight hasn't started yet, like when it should have like a couple months ago, the host is currently moving.
Ah.
I see.
Liquid
he's
Crystal
trying
is
to...
okay, but it's unfinished, and Ultraviolet has the Elite Four unnecessarily overpowered. Well, that's where cheats come in, my friend.
Dude, I almost got a position at a fucking Panda Express as a manager.
Oh, neat.
Really?
Almost.
Hmm.
Yeah, like they actually were considering me to be manager. Then like,
Oh dear.
Yeah. Then they had this other guy come in, and apparently they liked him better.
I've had that happen before.
Yeah, you know how much?
No.
You know how much Panda Express pays an hour as a manager?
25?
32 to 34 an hour.
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, there was a reason why I applied there. That and the unlimited orange chicken. I love me orange chicken. I don't care if it ain't real Chinese food. Give me a piece. Give me a piece, man.
Somebody blew up the Top Gun arcade. That makes me very sad.
Oh
What?
no. Oh dear.
They blew up a Top Gun arcade?
Yeah, it was like there's like a knockoff Top Gun arcade machine in here called Patriot Wings, but it's got the Top Gun font and the Top Gun logo.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
And somebody drove a fucking 2x4 through the screen.
There is a Top Gun arcade game, though.
I know, I'd love to play it.
I swear if they didn't add in like an AVGN reference in there, I'm gonna throw it. Like, how funny would it be? You put in a secret code on like the arcade machine, and there's like a first-person view, but instead of like regular like Air Force gloves, you see like one of them wearing the power glove.
That'd be cool.
Or like you see like a cartoonish figure of the nerd with just like flippy dippy falling through the air as you're passing by him.
You pass by a guy failing to refuel his ship, or his failing to refuel his plane, and he's voiced by James Rolfe. I was like, motherfucker!
It's like you fly by and you hear, "Fuck."
You okay, Jimbo?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, there's this new Dragon Ball Z game that just got.
Wow, this is really fucking interesting.
Announced.
I'm playing a fighting game in Ellie's imagination.
I hope you like MOBAs, because they're going to release a Dragon Ball Z MOBA game.
Yay. Now I know where they got the stupid fucking idea for the stupid masturbatory
Try to relax
Crash
your
Bandicoot.
anus.
That's it. Yeah, they just now.
Booyah!
Oh no, people won't buy our past products. They don't remember it. Oh, here's Nathan Drake playing our past products. Fucking Sony.
Suck it, you little bitch.
At least Microsoft makes an effort trying to preserve the
Oh
past
dear.
Yeah.
better
Down,
than Sony
down,
does.
Up, left, down, right. What the fuck was that code?
Well, now I guess.
Were you just trying to verbally repeat the Konami code?
I guess
I
so.
think. Oh, it wasn't up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. It was like up, up, down, down, left, down, right, circle, triangle, or some shit.
Down, up, down, go hot dog, button my undershirt, blah, blah, blah.
This is really fucking stupid, Neil. Neil, Yeah, I can see how you don't have fun as the first thing that you do when you're making a game. 'Cause, that wasn't fucking fun, bro.
He doesn't know what fun is.
I know what fun is.
Didn't he say that?
I want you to show me.
Didn't he say that's the last? That's not something he concentrates on or some shit.
No, he says at Naughty Dog we don't use the word fun to describe our games.
Yeah, what do you describe it then? A very high reaction to our dopamine that forces a curvature on our mouth, or what are we supposed to call them then?
I think he was trying to be all pretentious about this shit and say it's like, oh, our games aren't just fun, our games are deep in storytelling.
You made a shitty fucking
game.
You made a shitty fucking zombie game where the lesbian is trying to get revenge on the other lesbian that fucking killed his father figure.
No, so Abby is straight.
Shut up.
Yeah, Abby. We see Abby, who is clearly a dude.
Abby's a little too straight, if you ask me. I didn't need to know how straight she was. I didn't need to see her get Owen's straight pipe up her tailpipe, if you know what I mean. That's coming later tonight. Not literally.
Alright.
This video is sponsored by Factor 75. Click the link in the description to learn more. Please don't make me play the imagination game again, Neil. Your imagination sucks.
Well, there's worse things you could be playing.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
You could be playing the original Daikatana.
I want to play that game.
With the patches or without?
With the patches, obviously, but like...
then you don't really.
Wow.
Well, yeah, but I've heard that it's still bad with the patches.
Then why even play with the patches?
Kumatora just learned PK Star Storm?
No, because I want to know... Because if it is bad...
People love the story. People love the art style and the graphics. It's just the original game was a big, buggy mess. It was the function of the game entirely, not the story or the graphics or anything else.
But there's
it
some
just
other
literally
issues.
didn't work.
Well, yeah, but there's some other issues with the game. There's like the weapon design and some of the levels look really weird. I mean,
kind of odd that a lot of people got it on the N64.
Ellen Page would have been the perfect Ellie in a live-action version of The Last of Us, but no, she decided to become a man. Guess she wanted to be relevant again. I mean, she was... Brett Ratner was abusive to her over the course of her career, so, you know. And Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer wasn't a peach to her either. If any two people could have been ridden out of the industry on a rail, it should have been those two. You know, Weinstein, obviously, as well, but, you know. Of the people who weren't sent up the river.
Up the river?
This is character development.
Oh, Ionia's gone now.
Oh yeah, speaking of video games, just so you know, you're gonna have to use the censor video effect on one of the upcoming videos in the ScrewTech Top 10s.
Oh, does it have actual nudity in it?
Yes.
A little bit of it, yeah, and that's the top 10 ScrewTech's top 10 sex scenes in video games.
Well, you know, the Pixel Theater is here for a reason.
Mostly titty, but, you know, YouTube.
So now we're done with chapter 7.
I might have to put up the Pixel Theater
And
for...
a limo. And a limo has just appeared.
I might have to put up the Pixel Theater for that, sex scene that we'll have between,
You're gonna have to refund people's super chats when that sex scene comes up.
I mean, I don't...
Alright.
That assumes that we have super chats.
You don't?
We're not...
I mean, we haven't had anybody super chat yet, so, you know.
Wouldn't hurt to set up some alerts.
Oh no, I've got the alerts set up. It's just that we haven't had anybody send in any super chats yet. Channel's not monetized yet, so
I doubt it ever will, given
we're about 40 subs out from that. Bryan Singer is a dickhead. I recall that Matthew Lawrence came forward about being propositioned by him and rejecting him. As a result, Singer didn't cast him in the X-Men franchise. Yeah, Bryan Singer is also kind of an absentee director. He apparently would disappear quite frequently on the sets of both X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, and Bohemian Rhapsody, and Second Unit wound up having to take over. Simon Kinberg took over for those two X-Men films when he wasn't around.
Huh.
And then of course, you know, there was a fairly big thing where Dexter Fletcher sued to have his name put on Bohemian Rhapsody as director, and then the Directors Guild kind of screwed him over on that, even though he objectively oversaw more of that film's production than Singer did.
And look, a source of one of the gifts is in this game.
Dexter Fletcher is a director who actually stays around on set. And I imagine that if they ever get that The Show Must Goes On movie, The Show Must Go On movie made, Fletcher's gonna be the one who shows up directing, not Bryan Singer.
It looks like you can play it, but you can't.
Singer said that he was
It looks
leaving to take care of his elderly mother, but then he showed up
stage.
partying.
Oh god, a stage. It looks like you can sing a song from it, but you can't even get on it. Then what's the friggin' point?
Skills.
Grown-up drinks are lined up here. It's spicy, bitter, yucky poison, so kids can't drink it. Oh wait, grown-ups can't drink it either. Oh, that's certainly a random.
Try to relax your anus.
I mean, I like The Usual Suspects, but that's about it. After he started to direct subpar films and began grooming teenage boys, I don't entirely buy that he was just a gay groomer. I think he was just
a groomer.
I think he was just I think Bryan Singer's just a non-discriminant creepazoid.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
He's brilliant director. Directed some great episodes of House MD. Brett Ratner also directed a bunch of really good episodes of House MD as well. You know, both.
Hey guys, welcome to one of the worst stages in Smash Brothers history.
Yeah, can't fault them for their directorial abilities when they actually decide to show up and bring their A games, but as human beings go, you know, Brett Ratner's a fucking dickhead and Bryan Singer's a fucking pervert.
Chapter 8. All things. All things what, game? All things what? Are you gonna tell us? No? Okay.
Wait.
What?
So yeah, we have.
Why?
So yeah, we have this massive cityscape that we could explore in the game, but we can't actually explore it in Smashy Bros.
Been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it. And I'll see you again.
Well, thanks for the city map.
Why do people wear... Why do so many people wear multiple tops in this?
It's protection against bites.
Sleeveless shirt. On top
Gizmo,
of another
you
sleeveless shirt.
Gizmo, you remember Newport City, right?
Brian Singer,
No.
Brian Peck, two men who don't belong in the industry. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't belong in the industry. A lot of people who fucking hate movies. I'll say this for Ryan Johnson. At least he only hates movies and the audience, and he doesn't seem to hate anybody except for Mark Hamill. Which is
I mean, a
easy
lot of
to
people are hating on Mark
which
Hamill
is
right
easy to
now,
do these
so,
days.
Yeah.
Mark has done his best to not learn when to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I misspelled his name. Why doesn't YouTube let you edit your comments? You can edit comments, you can't edit chats. Oh god, now I've got that stupid Benson Boone song stuck in my head.
The song in this game is titled "You Call This a Utopia."
I can't help but think that this is going to get us taken down off of YouTube because of... It's just playing copyrighted music. This is just great. Great. Thank you, Neil. Is this how you get around being critiqued? Oh,
some good news. It looks like Rumbleverse is trending on GOG.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's this thing on... You know that thing on GOG recently that's been pretty popular, the wish list, I think. Not the wish list, but it was like there's like a voting poll of like what games they want ported to PC, and there's been a lot of games that have been ported to PC because of it. What was it? Breath of Fire 4, 3...
And ones that have shown up on GOG.com because of that poll, too, like Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Dino Crisis 1 and 2.
Yeah, I got Dino Crisis 1 and 2. I got pretty much all those games day one that they showed up on GOG because of that. I just love seeing, like, the old favorites show up on GOG.com.
Yeah, but a lot of people are putting in some online games there too, like Rumbleverse. They're even putting in the MOBA Lord of the Rings game that was
Lord of the Rings Online.
I think it was offline, or maybe people aren't playing it as much anymore. But Rumbleverse is trending right now. People are really wanting that game back.
Ben Diskin is going to be a guest at a Texas convention. Oh God, Mark Hamill! Someone used the Force to shut his senile ass up. Yeah. I hate to bag on the guy, but he really needs to like get a handler who can tell him when to put the phone down.
No, he's like David Jaffe. He just thinks he's right because
oh my God.
Because money and
oh my God. Oh my God, the zombies have attacked. Oh, is that where Ellie got her bow? I thought she just took the bow from Joel.
I'm a little freaked out by the faces that these people are sporting. They are quite unsettling.
Well, it was too much to ask. It was apparently too much to ask.
That door you're knocking on leads to a restroom.
Mostly humans. Octopus Records. Michael Scott. Catch you later. That's Michael Scott is a character from The Office.
Oh.
Halcyon drops. Huh.
Multiverses still has that Discord up despite the game just being taken offline. It's funny seeing the people just saying how they dropped the ball in the general chat.
Over 6, yeah. I don't know. Usually, the thing is, it's also people who Cynthia Bellucci, cross between Monica Bellucci and I actually don't know.
Well, I think it's a good time as any to go over the comic book universe battles database, in which we look at every man, woman, and child, elderly, as well as unwanted redheaded stepchild, and see who they added. And fuck, am I looking at? Oh, this is interesting. Very interesting. Okay, start off with Nightcat from Marvel Comics.
Charles Jones Spring Collection.
Remick from Sinners. The Smokestack Twins from Sinners.
Makes sense.
Maurice from Little Monsters. Misfortune from League of Legends. Lita from WWE.
Hey!
A-O-O-A.
Still waiting for the view to die. Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Eve Macaro from WWE. No, wait, no. From The World of John Wick, Ballerina. My bad. Army of Anubis from The Mummy Returns. Prince Graydon Hostur from Willow. Excuse me. Craig Williams from Craig of the Creek. Otho Ra from DC Comics. That's new. Dilla Duck from the DuckTales reboot. Jordan Lee from The Boys.
Male or
that's
female?
Not right.
Male or female?
I think female? Well, they're showing both a male and a female character.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Jordan...
From Gen 5.
Yeah, Jordan Lee from Gen V is, yeah. She switches genders and superpowers.
Gee, that would be a great superpower for a certain kind of people. Scandinavian Predator from Predator, Killer of Killers.
Little Monsters feels like a fever dream, even though I actually enjoyed it. Whoopi is just Jabba the Hutt with dreads. And Joy looks like a very ugly Winifred Sanderson.
Rendell King Predator from Predator, Killer of Killers. Ranger Sentries from Boom Studio, Power Ranger Comics.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
those are really cool. It's a shame they never did anything with those live-action costumes.
Butt Ugly Martians from Yoboho New Media.
Are the Martians, the Butt Ugly Martians.
I lose all respect for you the moment you start calling yourself the Butt Ugly Martians.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Bong Xion Dong Ghost from Horang. You know, the Flash monster, the Flash scare monster that gives you a jump scare and gives you a loud And lastly, Superman from the Dark Knight verse in DC Comics. And in terms of fights going on right now, or matches anyway, let's see what's going on right now. You got
2010 Wrestling State Championship.
Lumia versus Lashina. No, wait. Let me go over the winners first. Okay. Like Placid Crocodile versus Mako Sharks from Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea Sharks won by 3 votes. Elysium versus Azazel from Tekken. Azazel wins by 3 votes. Doctor Doom versus Accelerator. Accelerator wins by 1 vote. Lord Zed versus Catherine Hillard. Lord Zed wins by 4 votes. The Deep
Okay.
The Deep versus Hollywood. Hollywood wins by 2 votes.
Oh, hang on. What the fuck? The Deep.
I'm assuming
versus
The Deep
Hollywood.
versus Hollywood. Keep in mind, not all these matches are fights.
Yeah. Can you just pull up the stipulations for that?
Let me see if I can to begin with. Let's see here. Cannot. Okay, that's weird.
Fuck.
Hold on. Let me see. Let's see another
Fuck.
way I can do this.
God damn it.
Okay, here it is. Let me check. Okay, here you go. Let me see if I can look it up. Let's see. The Deep versus Hollywood. Where are you? Ghostbusters. No. Where is you? Humanoids. Where it's said. Can't really seem to find it.
No more live-action adaptations of anything Hollywood. We're begging you. Lilo and Stitch was god-awful, completely bastardized the message about Ohana. Yeah, but it made $1 billion, so who fucking cares?
Fans, considering
No,
it made
I know
less
we.
than
Yeah, I know we care. I know you and I care. I know the fans fucking care. But apparently, general audiences didn't fucking care.
they wouldn't. Let me just go through the rest of these matches before I start looking again.
Knockoff of Jessica Rabbit. Yes, I'm glad somebody remembered. Yep. She is from, excuse me. God, no, the name escapes
Cool
me.
World.
Excuse me. Cool World, yes.
Cool World, yeah.
I was about to say Toon World, but yeah.
She's still hot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what kicks me in the ass is in my foot? Don't ask why I remember that. The rest are Chopper Predator versus Feral Predator. Feral Predator wins by 1 vote. Emotep versus Dracula. Emotep wins by 5 votes. Scar Predator versus Feral Predator. Scar Predator wins by 3 votes. And lastly, Jace Talus versus Astaroth. Jace Talus wins by 3 votes.
The Man I Killed, a Naughty Dog production.
Yeah, I can't find it. Let me just type it in manually.
Ruben.
Let's see.
A Carlos Seppi film. Brian Seppu and Ruben Shaw. The Man I Killed, a Naughty Dog production.
What?
Jessica Rabbit. I don't know. It's this poster for a fake film in this mall, right? And The Man I Killed, a Naughty Dog production. That could have been the title of The Last of Us Part 2. Jessica Rabbit is the sexiest fictional character ever made. Maybe. I find it hard to believe that these vending machines would be intact. Considering
I
that
might
they
have to.
hold refreshments and money.
I might have to actually make my own waifu tier list somewhere in the future.
If we ever get back to doing waifu wars again, I wanna like seriously restrict what we do. I wanna create some stipulations that'll mean that those streams are a lot more fun and a lot less work and a lot more of like us doing.
I thought of
having
some stipulations, and a couple of them would make sense. A few of them would make sense if you would let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if we're going back to the Waifu Wars, the original list.
I'm just talking generally, but yeah.
Yeah, but if we were going to go back to the original list, let's say, we would not talk about if or how we get the girl,
Right.
because that takes a lot out of it. But we're not gonna leave out why we want or like the girl.
That's fair.
We would have to get rid of a couple of rankings, because you have, because there's I'd rather not die / rather / go to jail and run for the hills.
Yeah, one is a yes, but, and the other is a fuck no. So, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe just either get rid of one of them or just change the name to I'd rather not die, go to jail, to run for to hear me out. Now, if I were to make my own list, the stipulations are, let's see. The character would have to be, the female character would have to be
Sup, bitches? Oh, god damn it.
The woman would have to...
women, Sarah, Jessica Rabbit, Lust, and My Valentine. Honorable mentions Jessie, Miss Cerebellum, and Nico Robin. I would nominate Jill Valentine, personally.
It can be from... The woman will be from Everything and Anything. Well, I say that because, you can fit almost...
No more stupid no Disney princess rules.
Yeah, so Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks... Any ladies famous from there, whether it be the main princess, the side character, or even just a cameo, we're going to be added in. So you're going to have your Jasmines, you're going to have your Snow Whites, you're going to have your random lifeguard from Lilo and Stitch, that kind of thing. No live action, we're sticking to that. Because
otherwise we might as well just do hot actress tier list.
Right. Characters based off of real people are open, because these are still just characters at the end of the day. The age is going to be a little more flexible, because there are characters out there that are they look like they're what, 20, 30, but then you find out, oh, it's a clone, so the clone is 5 years old, but he looks 20, or oh, they aged 1,000 years, or oh, by Earth years, that's an infant, but in this planet's years, she's an elder, so the ages are going to be a bit more flexible. But they are also not going to be
young. You are monumentally retarded.
But they're also not going to be as young to the point where they might as well just be 5 years old.
Yeah.
Period. So
Okay, hang on. Jessica Rabbit subverts the damsel in distress trope. Lust is a ruthless femme fatale. who will get to what she wants, and my Valentine is a friendly but knowledgeable duelist. You honestly don't want me to start ranking MILFs. I came up...
You know what?
I came up with an extension of that riff I was going on while we were watching Invincible yesterday, Kevin.
Okay.
Hot damn. If I'd known they were going to send the Hot MILF Brigade after me, I would have followed you guys a lot sooner. What does MILF mean? Mother, I'd like to... I'm not a mother. Would you like to be? I like how Kevin's just completely fucking speechless.
No,
and
I'm
Gizmo
just...
probably doesn't know what I'm talking about.
What the fuck?
We met Anissa.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I would.
God damn it. I forgot. I don't have fucking nitro.
Are you gonna try and burn me with your nitro?
I'm gonna make a MILF tier list.
Listen, do you want...
I'm gonna have a MILF tier list as one of the things now.
Listen, Anissa, baby, do you want to repopulate the Viltrumite race or not?
No, fuck her.
Yes, that's the idea.
Metaphorically.
And very literally.
I raped you, and here's the baby. Will you ever forgive me? No.
Oh, rape. What is this rape you speak of?
Shut the fuck up. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
Nah, man, she's a fucking shitty ass character, man. I hate her.
I know she is, but she's fucking built, and she's voiced by Becca Butcher.
Yeah, but with the character she was at first, what makes you think that she's gonna stay?
I will say Suzanne Summers as Carol Lambert is the hottest 90s sitcom mom, yes.
Yeah, ho. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you know what I mean by, like, more flexible with the age, right? Because there's a lot of characters that are a lot younger or older than they actually are, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like people recently were kind of crashing out over the fact that Pomni is actually 25 years old, and they were like, oh, she's a fucking minor. And I was like, no, she's a goddamn adult.
Also, because, Disney princess, there's also a lot of times where the age really doesn't matter because they really don't mention it or even try to...
Yeah. I mean, if we were to actually... Because Pocahontas, if we were to take their actual ages into account for stuff like that, Pocahontas was like 12 when...
I thought it was like 10.
Oh, was it that? Oh, that's worse.
Like I get that, but like that's like well, first of all, that's a real person, so like there's no way we can do that. But Disney's Pocahontas, that's different. So age is just gonna be a bit more flexible. It's just gonna be like we're gonna be more open to a lot of other girls being on the list, but we're also not gonna be as stupid as. We're also just not gonna be as stupid as put someone like I don't know a fucking Anya from Spy X Family. We're not gonna be like we're not gonna be adding her there. Yeah, we're not gonna be as stupid as to add her there. But
hey, the tall guy, Letter. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you since, oh god, chapter 1. That's horrifying.
But we're also not going to be as stupid enough to add something like Anya Ferger, like I said before. So, but we will be open to more like Disney princess and stuff like that.
Snow White's Princess of Stalker, Rachel Zegler. Yeah, she actually said that. She actually fucking said that.
Didn't the prince just wander into the forest?
What?
Yes.
Your average Naughty Dog NPC, ladies and gentlemen.
We are not going to have different versions of the girls unless it's relevant. Unless it's, they're different enough to the point where they're another character.
Yeah, so we're not going to have, like, 10 different versions of King Arthur from fucking Fate.
Yeah. Only one Arturia Pendragon who may or may not be a Futanari.
Yeah, that joke's been done to death.
I will say this, for as much as the Xbox One controller has better construction. More
a fan of the 360 controller, honestly.
I was gonna say the PS4 and the PS5 have better thumbsticks, I think. Like, they hold up better.
Really? The 360 control sticks, I feel like, are the best.
Oh, I mean, in terms of how they hold up. What the hell?
Yes.
Because my Xbox One controller, I've had it for about 10 years. I've had it for longer than I've had my DualShock 4 and my DualSense, obviously. But at the same time, the sticks don't hold up. The prince doesn't kiss Snow White to wake her up. It's his way of saying goodbye because back then it was an old custom to kiss the deceased at a funeral. The fact that she wakes up is... Yeah, I see what you're getting at.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it was... People are fucking stupid.
So, apparently...
Now, I only have one bullet for each of you. You're gonna have to share.
Also, we're gonna be adding more anthropomorphics into that list. Fuck's sake. It's gonna be more interesting that way.
Listen.
Shut your moaning ass up. You know you're gonna enjoy one or two of them. You enjoyed fucking...
No, I don't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Lola Bunny.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Lola Bunny?
Him, apparently.
I like her as a character. I am not thinking of her as waifu material.
My ass.
And apparently, according to
my
our extremely
big, fat, somehow very toned ass.
And according to our very tall man here, there was once a previous world that existed and with all of these people, but then that world ended up getting destroyed, so they had to move on to a new one. And basically, they had to do what they did in Magi.
What the fuck? That's like wrong in 8 different ways.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What other rules were added to the original waifu list? No Disney characters. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna be more flexible with the age of the girls.
Ow! God damn it!
No celebrities. Fictional celebrities, on the other hand.
Yeah, obviously.
What other rules are there? Have there been? Oh yeah, no limits. Because what it was is that I guess it was reasonable at the time, but when me and Seamus were trying to make when me and Seamus would like take time to try and add to the waifu tier list, he would always mention that there was a limited amount of memory that each tier list could hold.
Which is a pity.
It's a pity, but at the same time, he was also trying very hard not to add a lot from each section because his worry was that they would be overshadowed by one another. You know, like if a game only had one girl worth talking about, the rest of them had another had 10, the other had 5, then the other one had 15, the other one had 83. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, god damn it! Disney also reused that for Sleeping Beauty. Philip didn't know that his kiss would awake Aurora. I like Lola Bunny, but I have colored NSFW art of her for other people. It was a request. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we're doing Lola Bunny, and we're doing Judy Hopps for the lulz, and we're doing Haru, bitches.
Who's Haru?
Oh, start watching Beastars, and you'll know.
She's the rabbit.
Oh, I don't like her.
She's the rabbit voiced by Lara Jill Miller.
Mom, he keeps tattletaling.
Oh, boo fuckity who. Cry me a river.
I'll cry a river and drown you in it. Shush.
That guy's fucking dead. Barbecue time.
Should we add... Should we add like? Okay, so we have anthros. Should we add like? Should we add like?
If we're going to redo this, can we add some of the Quincy girls in Bleach?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
And hell, let's throw in Senjumaru and Kiryu. Oh,
there wasn't anybody who could see. My real cartoon crush is Judy Jetson, huh?
Judy, really?
That's what Billy says.
Yep. Judy, I guess. Wait, Judy Jetson? Is that the wife? No,
Yeah.
That's Jane. That's Jane. Judy Jetson's a daughter. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, though, you make one wrong move and she becomes a prima donna. I'd rather have Pebbles when she was grown up. Really? Nothing on Pebbles. None of you seen her growing up?
There
was a time in the Flintstones that after they had Pebbles and Bam Bam as little like babies, there was a time where they just outright fast forwarded time and had the two as just outright adults. No middle school, no high school, no grade school, nothing like that. No ma, da. No, just straight up adults. And then they made a whole movie revolving around the fact that Pebbles and Bam Bam were getting married. Huh. And damn, Pebbles as an adult, damn. And it's funny too. Like Fred just goes up to the adult Bam Bam. What do you do if they stick a gun in your face? And he just like points his finger at Bam Bam's face. Bam Bam in response grabs Fred by the finger and take a guess what he does. Bam, 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 in his adult voice.
Oh fucking hell!
I think it's funnier when I hear it come from an adult man's mouth. Because hearing it from a little kid, bam, 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 it's cute. But hearing it from a grown-ass man, that is hilarious and ballsy. At the same time.
Yeah, what use is that
you're not going,
again, by the way, guys? Pebbles is a bombshell. Judy is irritating in the movie. She's whiny and wasn't voiced by Janet Waldo. Janet Waldo actually completed her voice work for the movie and wasn't allowed to use it.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, so, because they got a celebrity to voice her instead.
Fuck off. God damn it, Hanna-Barbera.
Fuck.
Yep.
Wait, since we have like outright anthros, and if we're gonna have outright anthros on the waifu list, should we add not animal characters?
Like
not like pets. I'm talking
fucking
like
Nala on that list.
Okay, so that's a no then.
Yeah,
Tiffany Donald, she's a great singer, but she can't act. That was a bad decision. Yeah, it was.
I only ask because there are going to be people who are going to be like wondering.
You know what? Some people are also
whether it be
Gizmo.
They want them there for a joke or want them there for, because there are going to be people who will actually ask for the joke or legitimately. You know, they're going to, where's Twilight? You know, that kind of thing.
Gizmo.
I mean, Twilight Sparkle. She's got personality. I'd put her on there. You can put any of the My Little Pony gals on. Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like outright like characters, like animal characters, not like pets or like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Talking like this, you know. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what about machines outright?
I mean, it's like if I'm
cars.
I think the correct,
see where I'm getting.
I think the
see where I'm getting here.
I think the correct answer is like RC from Transformers, maybe, and what's her name from Cars?
Prime.
No.
Transformers Prime would probably be the only acceptable one. On if we're going by that logic.
Yeah.
Because there are people. I ask because there are people who make outright just like anthro versions or just human versions in fan art. So I'm wondering if it would even matter.
Oh no!
Like people are legit making like.
Hey, I remember this douchebag.
That guy gets himself caught up on.
Because people are legit making like, okay, like there are people who made animation of anthropomorphic versions or just 100% human versions of the My Little Pony cast.
Yeah.
And there are guys who make animatics of the Cars movie, but instead of them being cars, they're actual race car drivers in human form. Like they gave they gave Lightning McQueen blonde hair. Instead of it just being a red car, instead of it being a red car.
Billy says if we're going to add anthros, then I'll just go ahead and say it. I have a crush on Jane Reed, Arthur's mom. Okay.
Yeah, that choice.
So
that's not a good choice at all.
You know, Gizmo, if we're going by this interesting logic, we're gonna have to throw in Gardevoir, and we're gonna have to throw in Gardevoir, Gothitelle, Mienshao, and
Lopunny me again. I mean, I found a strange.
No.
I had a strange interest, perhaps, in Buster's older sister.
We can't do Pokemon because they're considered just regular animals. Those aren't animal characters. Those are just straight up animals.
But you want to know the worst part? About all that? The fact that it is entirely that, according to a recently released lore of Pokemon,
aware that the guys people have been marrying Pokemon and all that.
No, not even just that, but also the fact that that Typhlosion is also part of that list.
Okay. Pokemon just ain't like Digimon, man. It's just that they're still considered like outright just plain animals. It's the equivalent of me just adding a dog, a crocodile, and a dingo in the list.
Might be a dingo ate your penis.
Yeah, they gotta be outright characters. It just can't be like
duly noted.
Like if it was like I don't know.
Buns Rabot is on the table.
Yes. Yes. She's really underrated. I really wish they would just add the Sad AM fucking Archie characters in the games already.
By the way, Gizmo, at some point, I was telling Alex that I was thinking of doing a reaction to Markiplier's Pokemon Smasher Pass.
That's no. His choices are questionable at best.
That's why. Because it's funny.
Yeah, and plus...
Billy says Nurse Joy, yes.
Yes.
Although she does not count as an anthro.
Well, no, she's a character, though.
I'm fucking around. What are you looking at? Now you're looking at this! Looking at a knife, bitch!
Should we add in characters from like outright adult cartoons?
Kyoko from Energy Kyoko, Stripperella from Sea Above. Sorry, Stripperella from Stripperella. Stripperella loses a lot of points by never actually getting naked.
It's still a good show, though.
I know. It's really fucking funny, and Pamela Anderson is actually a pretty good voice actress.
Fucking the penny pincher.
I know. The fact that Stan Lee, created the premise and fucking executive produced that show, too.
It works.
Yeah.
It works, but, people think I guess people thought it was supposed to be like a parody kind of thing.
Kind of was.
Yeah, but not in the parody people were thinking. They probably were thinking more.
Fuck.
They probably were thinking more Family Guy, Rick and Morty kind of thing.
NGL,
This
would it
felt
be
more
funny
like
if someone said they'd smash the Viper? Sure.
Why?
Francine Smith from
Markiplier-
American Dad?
Markiplier already said that he would smash Ash Arbok. I'm not making that up.
there's a difference between wanting to bang Viper and wanting to bang Sea Viper. Oh, fuck all of you for not remembering that character. Sea Viper.
I don't know who that is.
Sea Viper.
Oh, Crimson Viper. Duh, from Street Fighter. Or who was a literal MILF.
I will throw the both of you.
How is it? I do not believe that the game was not just rubber banding me there.
Aw, Facade, you thought you could recover your health with a luxury banana. Well, too bad. PK Thunder Omega.
Man, I'm still trying to find this last fucking Screw Attack top 10. It's eating away at my brain like maggots.
I can imagine.
Nothing on the Internet Archive, huh?
No, nothing. I tried someone suggested that I tried Chat GBT. Nothing.
Get fucked, Facade.
I suggested at first, okay, look for this video. Nothing. And I became more and more specific. Okay, look for this video in every video hosting site. Nothing. Okay, look for this video on every video hosting site and forum and blog. Nothing. Okay, look for this video in every video hosting site, every blog, every forum in the world. Nothing. Okay, look for this video and all of this in multiple languages. Nothing. I even specified, look for that video, but the title is in another language. Like I typed in but make sure that you look for this video even if the title's in multiple languages. Nothing.
Did you try Vostifer? VOSTFR. That's a thing.
VOST.
Voiceover subtitled French.
VOSTFR.
VOSTFR. That's how I always found the missing Channel Awesome videos back in the day. I have had enough of you.
Forbidden.
Good sir.
No to Lois Griffin and definitely no to Marge Simpson. Marge is all right.
You sweetie?
I'll probably add those characters in there just for the sake of making things interesting.
Keep in mind.
Why didn't you mention that you killed that guy?
Keep in mind there was a as part of the Sasuke choking meme, and we just have.
Oh come on, Ellie! Why can't you? Why can't you?
You might want to send me the link to that. You might want to send me the link to that website because I'm coming up with nothing.
Yeah,
oh, it's not a website. It's just a.
What you missed, Alt Zero, was
It's
our
just
last
a
encounter
tag.
with Facade.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tag that re-uploaders would do.
A tag.
Yeah, so on YouTube, you used to find Channel Awesome and Angry Video Game Nerd and other reviews uploaded to YouTube and Dailymotion and whatnot.
Yeah.
With Vostifer, VOSTFR.
Mm-hmm.
In like brackets or parentheses or whatever. And that would be a sign that they had subtitles that were in, usually I think they were in French. I think that was what FR stood for. Oh god fucking damn it.
Okay, so if I put in top 10 things we want at
suck.
Top 10 things we want at E3 by Nintendo, and then put in ESTFR, nothing.
Get
Yep,
away
nothing.
from her, you bitch.
Get away from her, you son of a bitch.
And I have to type this in YouTube?
Leela from Futurama, fuck the hell yes.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything, man. I'm gonna just try on Google, see what that happens.
Yeah, sometimes it shows up and then it was like, there was always uploads from various people. Leisure Suit Rant Fiend was somebody who would upload a bunch of Nostalgia Critic videos, re-upload them back in the day.
Yeah. I remember that person, yeah.
Yeah. Aunt Bernice from Duckman, I don't know. Leela is technically human. Spoilers, but Leela is technically human.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she wasn't, we have aliens on that list.
Yeah.
I remember.
By the way, Zero, we're at one of the worst stages in the in Smash Brothers Brawl, all the ultimate.
Oh, yes, this level, and where that one crazy
Ellie
demon
survived
will
long
pop
enough
up
for them
every
to
now
find
and
out
then.
that she was immune if she didn't.
Oh Jesus!
If she didn't stitch up that wound or pad up that wound on her arm.
One of the things we should redo was just like redo a just do like a full race through every Mario Kart art track on 8 Deluxe.
Sure.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
No, as in like redo it.
We rated it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a redo.
Yeah.
Oh, when we get World Tour.
Oh yeah, by the way, I have to mention something. So, I got my new RAM in the mail today. I'm going to be upgrading from 16 gigabytes to 64 gigabytes. And, Amazon, in their infinite wisdom, decided that it would be a good idea to ship $100 worth of RAM in a paper envelope.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, somehow
Time to fight an optional boss, guys.
Somehow it arrived
Wow.
intact, but...
Let's
Wow.
see.
Wow, Amazon, thanks for showing how much you care.
We care that your packages arrive intact. That's why we always throw them in a millimeter-thin paper envelope.
Jesus. I mean, Amazon Japan was like the complete opposite
the
of me.
fuck?
Like, because I ended up getting, the Fatal Fury City of the Wolves art book, and I think it was like a Goku figure from Figure Arts. It was one for myself and one for my cousin. So.
Oh yeah, dude,
and thankfully,
gotten stuff.
The packages arrived in a-okay shape, like no, like creases or any minor dents of damage.
Well, I've mentioned this before. I've gotten things shipped in a literal, in literal tissue paper from Japan and have them come to my door mint condition. I've had things shipped from down the fucking road and they show up destroyed. Oh, would you look at that? That was a complete waste of time.
Alright, it's 7:30. It's already past 7:30. I'm gonna be heading out for the time and get some...
Ha-ha! Suck
Okay,
it,
happy
bitch!
to have you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, thanks for having me, and looking forward
No
to
problem.
being on the next stream.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, see you around. Alright, so we have killed old the statue. I don't
At
care
least
if I
you
did
got
the
it.
cheap.
Someone ripped open my package that had fan-made discs for Blossom and stole them. That fucking hell, man. I've had empty envelopes show up from Amazon before. Like, they just didn't seal them. And, nothing was inside. Yeah. I had a bunch of those, actually. Like, there was this time where whatever they were doing to seal those, like those plastic Amazon Prime envelopes, right? whatever they were doing to seal those wasn't working. So I'd order a, I'd order like a movie or a game or something. And then it would show up, and there was just an empty envelope in there. Not like it was sealed and nothing was inside, but it hadn't been sealed and nothing was inside. And I'd have to contact him, and I was like, hey, I didn't get this. Where the fuck is my stuff? And I had to have I had to have a bunch of things replaced like that, and I think Amazon started to not like me after that. And I was like, excuse me, it's not my fucking problem. It's not my fault that you guys aren't doing... Because I sent them pictures, too. But eventually that stopped happening, so that was fun. That's great.
Let's see. Hey, who do we got in the chat now? Hacklo says, hell yeah, my YouTube front page struck gold. I'm like, okay, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, I'm glad you feel that way.
Oh yeah, you know how there's a lot of Japanese import sites that are now like removing adult material just so they can still be buddy with like the American credit card companies, MasterCard, Visa, that kind of thing. There was one that was trying to. Okay, this is funny. So if you're occasionally been around the internet since the early 2010s maybe, or like the late 2000s. And you were like a horny little bastard because a hormone's gonna hormone. You might have come across 3D prawn called Umemato, and that guy is still going on making 3D hentai to the point where he actually has another project going on. And recently he was told
was a
that
cocktail bar in Singapore.
Umemato. Umemaro.
By the way, guys, the way that I took out that huge statue with PK Flash,
Umemaro.
That is actually how the statue gets destroyed in the Subspace Emissary, and I'm like...
Umemaro has his own fucking wiki.
Yeah. He's very famous. He's still doing stuff. And so the reason I bring this up is because a website he's been making deals with, I think it was called it was Fata or something.
Fanbox?
It's either Fanbox or something else. Give me a minute. Here. Fanza. What happened was between Fanza and some other Japanese site, I think it was called DL site. Fanza rejected the censorship that he did for the sex scenes. They basically said you gotta censor more. What happened after that was that
don't go hard.
What happened after that was that Umemato sent a picture of one of the 3D girls that are famous that he made, and it said, "Oh no, my middle finger popped up on its own," in response to Fanza saying that he should censor more. Let me just send over the...
I believe I've told this story, but I feel like now, while I'm getting the next game set up...
Let me just send over the picture right now. And it's in live stream commentary. Take a look. That was his response to being told to censor more.
And Hacklo has got the live recommended, and I love this type of videos, people talking about random things while playing. I'm like, yeah, it's an RPG. So
What?
Yeah,
I'm reading the chats.
So, I have a story that's kind of like that. I believe I've told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it again, because it's fucking hilarious. So, I used to upload videos to Pornhub for Neon Genesis Evangelion Alternative Saga. Like, I uploaded the abridged series to it, right? I put it in the Safe for Work section, thinking, you know, that's just not gonna get any problems there. People do way worse than that. Got a lot of views on it, actually. Got more views on there than I did on YouTube. And then Pornhub took the videos down, and through the back and forth, they said, well, you know, there appears to be a character that looks like a minor, Shinji Ikari. So, we're going to need you to censor him out of just this one shot of him and Masato standing beside the car.
Even though he's fully clothed?
Even though, yeah, he's fully clothed, she's fully clothed. And
they're not doing the fondue.
They're not fonduing. And so I sent them I took the screenshot of the scene that, in question that they wanted. Why would I not want story? I want all the subtitles. Background. Darkened. I can't tell the... Sure, whatever. Unique color? Yeah, sure. No, I don't fucking care. White, yellow, blue, red, green. Yeah, so I sent them a thing with just a big box over Shinji, with the text censored for Pornhub, no really over it. And I was like, would this work? And they said, sure, that'll be fine.
It wasn't fine, was it?
And then they deleted my channel.
That's stupid.
I did leave out a couple of things. So one of the things that they did was they after I got through all of that, they were like, oh, this appears to be copyright infringement. And I was like, no, it's not. I can show you. And then they banned my channel, but it's still dumb, because that was back when they still had, and they still do, so, you know, that was back when they still had people just completely ripping off VODs from other countries. So it was like anything from like China, Korea, Vietnam, Japan. Let's see here. Frame rate target 60. Safe zone scale. Motion blur all the way off, thank you. Film grain all the way down, thank you. Camera shake, yeah, fuck that. And accessibility audio cues. What? Yeah, that was when they were still having, and they still do have all those problems with people uploading pirated content. HUD collectible tracking. Whatever. Dodge prompts sometimes. What? Frequent. What? But that entire episode is chronicled on the over on the Ultimation Twitter. Render modes changes the appearance of the game. Okay. What the fuck? Very light, moderate. Hard. Survivor. Grounded. Listen mode, HUD, and other gameplay elements are altered in this game mode. I'm just gonna go through on hard like I have been. Permadeath? What? No! This isn't a roguelike. Yeah, what the fuck ever, guys.
Indeed.
I installed this game yesterday, and when I did, I had to install the game off of the install disk. Then I had to install more of the game off of the play disk. Then, when I went to launch the game to make sure that it would, it encountered an error. Why is it loading so slowly? Anyways, it wouldn't launch the game until I... This is unacceptable. Is this gonna happen every time I start the game? That's Sonic 06 level.
What's happening?
The loading screen.
Oh.
I remember one of the... and I didn't pay $10 for the PS5 upgrade, so... that's not the version that I'm playing here. Oh, hey, would you look at that? The custom $2,000 guitar that some company made for LD. That is an odd truss rod cover. Yeah, it's a Taylor.
Jesus Christ. I just found a really pants-on-head tarded tweet. So, Meme Bastard, a very famous guy on Twitter, asked, name a bigger downgraded what happened to the Hex Girls on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
It shows a fan-made picture of the lead singer, comparing this fan-made pic to the official screenshot of her from Velma.
The Velma show, yeah.
Yeah, the Velma show. And then someone responded, I find it incredibly funny how Velma was basically a show made to mock leftist progressive media by the right, but none of the right-wingers got the joke, so everyone just hates it.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm going to post a tweet right here in broadcast chat. There you go.
That just sounds so stupid. Someone tries to sound smart, and then they end up coming off incredibly dumb and incoherent.
Yeah, this is this is a complete retcon. I don't remember I don't remember it going like this.
Remember what going like what?
This encounter with Gerald Anderson. I don't remember it being so peaceful. Hey, is there any particular reason why the remaster of the first game didn't look like this? Because I know you were capable of doing that. I don't want to play the PS5 version, because it fucked up everything else, but...
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Tell me... No! 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 You don't put that on a fucking fretboard! Get some oil! Use olive oil if you have to. Because it essentially didn't. I don't know. And I remember Back when
What?
Back when Metal Gear Solid 4 started with a what was it, a 15-minute cutscene? How a bunch of people complained about that.
Yeah.
Remember how Sonic 06 had really long loading times?
Yep. That was fixed in Project 06.
Yeah.
Next up, the real 100th floor.
Hang on, that guitar didn't have a strap on it. How is that on your back? Where did you find that guitar strap, Joel? I don't count this as gameplay, by the way.
I'm sure you don't.
Well, I mean, we're just riding along horses on a scripted path.
Speaking of, I do have Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
And Red Dead Redemption. I also have Red Dead Redemption on 360. So no, I really doubt you're going to get a 360. But, you know, if there's a high chance one of you are going to get an Xbox One or 360, we could probably do some online Red Dead Redemption.
Dude, I have a Series X.
I don't.
There you go then. See?
I have a Series X. I have an original 360. Hold that one to Gallop. Yes, I remember. I played the first game.
Not really going to stream 360 games.
Yeah.
I'm really not going to stream 360 games until I get to that console.
They're still fucking poppin'! This was a PS4 game. This game took 7 years to make, and they're still poppin', and we're running it on the enhanced PS5. Yeah, this...
Why did you buy a Virtual Boy? I mean, a PS5 in the first place.
Because it had Spider-Man on the cover.
Which then got ported to PC.
Yeah, but I don't have a PC that has Spider-Man on it. I have a PC with Sonic the Hedgehog on it, but that's a sticker.
Yeah.
Now, we should probably be more careful with that guitar, Joel.
Let's see if this 4K capture will work with my new capture card. Let me see.
Oil, Joel. Oil. Oil the fretboard. Don't spit on it.
He doesn't know how to do that.
Starring Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, and Laura Bailey. Yay.
Seriously, I swear Porky is proving to be just as much a dickhead here as he was in Earthbound.
Came with the bridge pins, but no strings.
He's like, oh, that wasn't the real 100th floor. This was. Oh, that wasn't the real 100th floor. This was.
Hang on, you wiped down the fretboard, but you didn't wipe down the body, which is arguably easier to deal with because the body has a finish on it. Why are we... I don't care about the fucking opening credits. This is a video game. Hideo Kojima can get away with that shit because Metal Gear Solid was good. The Last of Us 1 was mediocre at best.
So, we found the last Mad Egyptie's place.
And our feet are still pixelated. Okay.
It's showing up. What in the hell? Everything's connected.
Yeah, the whole... I think the fact that Tommy says it the way he does kind of tells me that even on some level Neil Druckmann understands why Joel did what he did. Because there's not really... I don't think there's any... So, hands up, who's played The Last of Us here? Is it just me and
I
Kevin?
have.
Or Gizmo, did you play it? Did you?
First one?
Yeah, the first one.
I played it enough when it was on PS3.
Yeah, you finished it, right?
No.
No.
I didn't have a PS3 back then.
Well, Alex barbecued Abby's his father.
Yeah.
Oof.
So,
He
you
went
know...
full ham on that sequence.
Do you know the gist of the, the gist of the plot, right?
Yeah, at first it was just as another zombie apocalypse, and then later on they find out that Abby is
Ellie.
the source. Ellie, Abby, Abby, Lebby, Bing Bong Ching. I don't care. But like, yeah, Abby's the source of the cure, and then later on they find out that they have
Ellie,
to kill her.
Yeah.
Ellie, Abby, Cabby, Dabby, Abby, Kadabby, fucking Ellis. I don't care. She's a shit character now.
So we're taking Ellie. Yeah. So this is something that wasn't. Yeah, this wasn't in the.
So basically,
show.
Ellie has a cure in her brain. They have to kill her to get to it. Otherwise, you know, the world will still be as it is. And then fucking the guy said fuck all that noise and saved her from them. And then Abby in the next game finds out because some of her friends were some of those people, and then brained him with the golf club, and then she gets hunted down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, welcome to
fucking yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to Naughty Dog's version of Guitar Hero.
You.
That would not be a good game to play.
Why is the 4K not capturing my capture card?
You might have to go into the settings for the console.
It's a Wii.
Yeah, you might. Well, I don't know. Yeah, this is a deleted scene from the first game, by the way. Which was
hell
performed.
No.
Yeah, this right here was performed as part of the Last of Us stage play, where they recreated cutscenes from the game with the actors in real life.
God damn it!
Where'd you get those strings, Joel? I didn't have any on them when you started. Kind of feel like that kind of thing would be at a premium here. But then again, the world building of The Last of Us never really made much sense. And they just didn't have this scene in the first episode of Season 2, even though you'd think that it would be a better way to start than the way they
We
did.
just died.
Oh, damn.
Again.
Huh.
And after I fixed it, too.
Oh, man.
So I thought.
Where'd the strap go, Joel?
Okay.
Yeah, neither did I when I first picked up my guitar.
Come on. Completely dead. No, wait. That's the HDMI, so if I just hold that. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I literally can't play this thing now.
What were you trying to play?
I don't know anything. I just wanted to test out this new capture card. Now this thing died on me. This is the original Wii. This is my original Wii that I got launch day.
I see.
I gotta look for someone to fix it.
You know, I ended up having to ditch the Wii that I initially got up for Christmas. It's just because its disk drive decided it ended to crap out.
I haven't used the disk drive on my Wii in a long time. I mostly use the soft mod to run games off the hard drive.
Kumatora is feeling feverish again, so that means we gotta go back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward.
Seriously, Joel, where'd the strap go?
You don't want to know the answer to that question.
So I'm just gonna unplug this.
So what kind of capture card did you get, Gizmo?
The 4KX.
Really?
Is that the, 4 years later?
I'll be back.
Yep. You know, this is, not... Yeah. Yeah, no, both of these have problems. That's fucking outstanding. I genuinely can't believe this.
Boom.
Jesse? God fucking damn it. Why does the Asian man have a stereotypical Southern accent? We have a PlayStation 3, complete with the Jack and Daxter collection, Uncharted, knockoff Naruto, but I'm able to under controls. Options. Controls. Remember shoulder swap. Customize controls.
Orky, you're the one who keeps leading us on, and then it turns out, oh, it's not actually the 100th floor. Seriously, you are just as much a dickhead as back in Earthbound as you. You're just as much a dickhead here as you were back in Earthbound. Dude who literally led an entire cult against Ness just because he's that fucking petty.
Photo mode shortcut. Yes, I want.
I wish I was kidding. And then, of course, Porky, in order to get himself further up the ladder, he ended up siding with Gygus.
All right, 2076 Endless Sojourn, Crystallite Moon. The Overland Saga, Out of Order, Last Sighting, The Guitar Girl, Terminus Protocol, Gone Planet, Maiden of Daggers, Moonflower Samurai, First Grave 1 and 2, The Tangled Flame, somebody likes manga, Citizen of the Abyss, Legend of the Skylance, Imperial Journey 1, 2, and 3, Tempest Scroll, Iron-Hearted. Now let's see down here. Brave Limit. Yeah. You too can buy this guitar if you go to Taylor Guitars and pay like $2,000 for it. It doesn't even have... it doesn't even have an electric pickup. You can't put it out to an electric amp. Hey, Uncharted Drake's Fortune! In Uncharted 2! Those are the good ones. I'm a snob. No, I just don't like bad games.
Yeah.
Uncharted 3 had some really bad bugs, let's be perfectly fair here.
Yep.
Summer clothes, this is like... This is normal shit here. This is like a normal house. Jesse, Dean. Ellie looks so fucking out of it here. I'll say Isabella Merced looks a lot better than the model that they have for Dina here. This... There's just no good version of this story, is there?
Clearly.
Like, you can make it good. It's obvious that you could. You could have done all of that. Hell, like, fucking... Spoiler warning, it was like Les Miserables did all this shit, but it did it better. Huh. Last of Us Season 2 cuts out all the shit with Joel and his brother at the start of the game. Actually, hang on. Let's see. Is there any funky shit going on with the mirror?
Sadly, none of them involving Funky Kong.
FK. Funky Kong. He's dead.
No, that's Chunky.
Chunky is a monkey.
He's actually a gorilla.
Oh, hey, at least this Ellie has the sense to put on work boots instead of sneakers. Last of Us Part 2 installed. What? One minute ago. It better be installed. Wow. I'm playing the goddamn game. Yeah, so the show did it better because it showed all the incidents at the start. I mean, Joel did deck him. He pushed him directly to the floor.
I'm back.
They actually did cast a guy who looks exactly like this model in the game. Sorry, this game model in the show. Which makes you wonder, like, how hard would it have been for them to have cast fucking, what's her name? Who plays Abby in the show as Ellie, and then toss, somebody else in the role as... Oh, is a big fucking... Fluffy Wolfie. Oh, he's getting old. Oh, he needs his hips rubbed. It's not gonna work, Neil. This is a great example of why I like telling a story in order rather than skipping the fuck around, although I do admit, you know, the sequel to my most popular story is, does a bit of, flashing forward and flashing back, but... Well, flashing back and then flashing forward, but, you know. Hidden loading screen. But, hey, would you look at that? It's a scene for which we have no fucking context! This is like if Metal Gear Solid 2 actually just started with the...
With Raiden?
Yeah, if it just started with Raiden, and then you heard, oh, Solid Snake died. What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah, Big Shell happened in 2009.
Solid Snake died
Or not
2 years ago.
2009.
Oh, and it was like,
Oh no, Big Shell happened in
it doesn't matter
in
when
2000.
it happened.
Big Shell happened in 2007, or not Big Shell. Oh, the incident with the tanker happened happened in 2007. Big Shell was in 2009.
Hey, it was like 2 years ago, Solid Snake died. This new kid is calling himself Snake, but now he's called Raiden. And then there's this other guy who looks like Snake, but there's a guy who's claiming to be Snake. And it's like, and then you intermittently... I'm so fucking glad they cut the get sandwiches line out of the show. Because that was so stupid. I gotta admit, I have not played this game before. But I have watched, like with the first game, quite a while ago, I watched something that was edited together called The Last of Us 2 full movie, and The Last of Us Remastered full movie, back when people used to do stuff like that with cutscenes.
Yep.
And they just turn off the gameplay HUD and have the cutscenes play and edit out all the little failures that you have. Cut it together like it's a movie. Which is something that people used to do a lot. Attention, Lost and Found has moved DI due to space issues. The Lost and Found is now located at the end of Main Street in New Buck Leather. Free puppies to anyone that will take one. Child's jacket needed. Need trade ASAP. Have men's boots to trade. To talk to Ismail. This person writes S's like I do. Boots size IO. Oh, 10. That, I'm fucking retarded. I read that as 10 in my head, and then I said IO. That's supposed to be an exclamation point. Hellbreaking Rufus. Movie is G kid friendly. Okay. We're still not in gameplay yet. Like, say whatever you will. MGS2 won a lot of people back once Iroquois Pliskin showed up, and it's just like, oh, I know who that guy is.
Still a mystery.
I'll be back.
We're not in a relationship. She's just kind of occasional booty call. That
Yeah, you
kid
mean a
has
long-term? Don't you mean a long-term booty call?
The kids have no fucking expression on their face. Why? Why is Dina such a stereotypical racist depiction of a Jewish woman? That's not a troll question. That's a legit question from me. I don't fucking care. Listen, sister, I don't give a shit. And oh, god damn it. Oh, this is your idea of a tutorial level. That They forgot this was a video game, didn't they?
Clearly.
I'm gonna say it. They should have just flashed. They should have stuck with like the linear progression of time. Start with cut directly to fucking Abby. Not. You know what I mean. Not to the sex scene. I'm gonna see if I can get as far as the Jolin one here.
Right.
Probably not, but we'll see. Shitty bolt-action rifle for me. Shitty bolt-action rifle for her. Is that a bolt-action? I need to see. Settle down, childrens.
I have to barely let this fucker win.
We still have some of the same shadow problems as in The Last of Us Part 1, but lighting is a little bit better. Asian man looks like he has dead eyes, but everybody looks like they have dead eyes in this game, so it's not racist. I'm surprised nobody's talking about all the weird shit I'm saying today. No, I'm just... If we don't count scripted walking sequences in that stupid snowball section, does that actually count as gameplay? Oh my god. It's the wolves. It's Abigail Anderson, who looks like they pasted the fat kid from Shrek's head onto my body. Naughty Dog still hasn't figured out how to animate hands correctly, I see. Actually, I might just go so far as to say that they pasted breasts onto my body, because her face could kinda pass for mine.
Oh, jeez.
It looks like it was mocapped by a dude, too. Like Abby's walk does not... It looks like the fake female walk that the guy who mocapped Harley in the first Arkham game did.
Oh boy, now I gotta fight another boss. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Laura Bailey. I will count this as gameplay the first moment I get to shoot something. I think it would have gone over a lot better if they hadn't tried to hide this kind of twist. And here's a hidden loading screen. We've innovated so much. We're back at the fucking starting point where MGS was back in 1996. Or 1998, rather. We've innovated all the way back to 30 years ago.
Yep.
God, this guy's voice acting sucks so much. I can't tell if this is Owen or Manny. Decently dynamic. That's alright. That's not bad. Why does Abby have a fear of heights? And if Abby had fallen off the cliff right here, nothing of value would have been lost. Why did her hair turn blonde when she went outside? It was brown indoors. Her dad had brown hair.
Ha-ha!
Oh, yeah, that is Owen. Why is everybody moving their hips like 2 whole feet when they walk? Game just didn't accept my button input the first time I did that. That's fun. That's great. Completely flawless. Just trying to see if I can fuck around with any of the set dressing around here. Funny thing is, the girl who did the mocap for Abby Anderson in this game, she's a CrossFit trainer, right?
Yeah.
She's fucking gorgeous.
And yet they made Abby look incredibly...
She looks like me. I'm not mincing words about it. She looks like me. I've been saying this for 5 years. She has slightly longer hair, and she has what I presume are supposed to be breasts.
No, they end up looking more like pecs in that scene.
Well, yeah. Whatever they've done to her face has completely fucked the mocap on the expressions. Owen's voice actor sucks, too. Well, that's great.
What do you think of the new Xbox Portable?
It sucks, because it's an ROG Ally with like a $500 premium on top, and it's not any better, and it's not as good as, like, a Steam Deck or a regular ROG Ally, because it costs a bunch more, and it doesn't have a disk drive or a cartridge slot.
You think they would be able to put in a disk drive on a portable like that?
PSP.
Had UMDs.
Yeah, but laptops also used to have drives, little bumpers inside. I have one right here in front of me. Little rubber bumpers, snap-in disc section.
Oh dear.
Worked really good. What's that blue thing in here? I don't even know. Yeah. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
Now, if I gave a shit, I might just give a fuck, but I don't give a shit, so I don't give a fuck.
You know, at first when I opened this Wii up, I found out that this had those like watch batteries in there,
and thus the good ending.
You know, when I first tried to fix this Wii up, I found out it had
battery for the
batteries.
CPU.
Yeah. I thought the reason why it was stopped working was because of that battery. So I switched them.
The hell is that? Is that listen mode?
See if it works now. After being unplugged for so long. Red light.
Controls.
Oh, please work.
Listen mode, hold. Listen mode
please work.
Off. Thank you.
What in the hell is that noise? Okay, there you go. Now, damn it. Okay, let me see if it...
The thing I hate so far, aside from all the stuff that I know about how this game's gonna go, is that it's just... they're telling a completely incomplete story. Like, between this game... Nathan Drake, you are not. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, he got more girls.
Level up.
Random low resolution PNG doesn't actually fit in with the rest of the product. $60. Granted, I did not pay that.
I keep saying that it doesn't detect the capture card. What am I doing wrong here?
God damn it. That should not have taken 3 tries. Unplug and replug.
I just did that.
Yeah, because I have to turn the power... I have to power cycle my, my Elgato 4K 60. Couple of...
I have to set it up in such a way I'm not even used to. I have to set it up in a way I'm not used to, though, because the other capture card, it was like, you put the HDMI in one end, and then you put the other HDMI from your console into the other end.
He got
and then you
pregnant.
Use that cable to connect it to the console, so now it's all connected to the PC.
Yeah.
Pollyanna.
I don't know what I'm doing here. It's wrong. Maybe it's not... Maybe it's just not connected. Okay, let me see here. Oh, shit.
Thinly disguised loading area. Badly disguised texture.
Hey, Alex, look, we got recycled SNES sprites.
Oh, dear.
Looks like Porky's been and feeling a little nostalgic.
If I bring it up in Streamlabs.
Hey, look, the bus.
Not impressed. Not impressed, guys. I think part of the reason why people hate this game is because Neil Druckmann has essentially forced us to facilitate the death of the main character. And then not allowed us to get revenge.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Leth says, got this on my homepage. I think it'd benefit from Subway Surfers in the corner. I'm like, okay.
Well, we have, like, actual gameplay. Not one of those fake games. So.
Yeah. Yeah, what Alex is talking about isn't an actual game.
No, I'm talking about a hypothetical game. that may in fact have been dreamt up by a complete and utter madman.
I'm being a little too paranoid here, gentlemen.
I think I put it in the wrong order.
You know, when I said I wanted a Resident Evil Metal Gear crossover, this isn't exactly what I had in mind.
You had in mind the idea of Chris Redfield stealthing his way through a building and then rear naked choking every opponent he came across.
Yeah, I wanted him to go up against I wanted him to get in and rear naked choke Vulcan Raven.
Ooh, that would have been an awesome. Now this is a peculiar area. Look at all the foliage around the machinery.
Couldn't have been more scripted.
Oh, hi there.
No, I'm not gonna...
Let's be friends. I'm Porky.
Fuck this minimalistic user interface bullshit.
Where's my box? Okay, there it is.
I liked it so much better back when they had big, clear things on the screen. You know,
Porky, this is going to be very cathartic for me to say this. You have put our main protagonist from the previous game through hell just because you're a fucking petty douchebag. You end up being responsible by proxy the death of this little boy's mother and ruining his life.
Porcelain.
So, to that, I have to say...
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Porky Minch!
Sled, deer, American flag. God, she even moves like Chris Redfield. Like, this is Resident Evil 5.
Here we go.
I'm not opposed to piecing up a zombie here and there. I'm certain that I could do all of this. But that's me. I have a black belt. I'm a strong man. Well, I'm not like a strong man and strong, but I am strong. I'm also 6 foot and a dude. Abby Anderson's like 5'5" or 5'6".
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I got it all connected correctly, and the adapter worked just fine with the normal. With the other capture card I had.
Okay, guess I'm supposed to go down here. Definitely better to slide through there rather than... Fucking move! There's zombies on your ass, Abby! You stupid bitch! I want you to die, and I'm screaming this at you. God fucking damn it!
Am I out?
Okay. Man, when they say that this game is a great example of ludonarrative dissonance, they're not fucking kidding. Because the game just stops when the cutscene starts. It doesn't matter if you had 6 zombies chasing after you. When the cutscene starts, oh, Neil Druckmann takes over. It's like, I'm gonna move those zombies to the side. Just like I put all that ammunition in that place for you when you shouldn't have fucking had it. Oh, Alex, why'd you take it? Because it was fucking there. If the game's gonna give me something, I'm not gonna turn it down most of the time, except for...
So it did...
I mean, I did turn...
have it backwards, okay. I had it backwards the entire time.
Ah. I did turn listen
Yeah.
mode off because fuck that shit.
Okay. That is so weird. Okay.
Who the fuck is Cat? This is why you don't time skip, because now we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Kit Kat?
I thought Ellie drew all of that stuff. Somebody took the wrong lessons from Half-Life. I should have... What the fuck? I forgot about that. Somebody else did Ellie's tattoo. That should have been Joel. That should have been Tommy. Why would it not have been Joel or Tommy? Why would... Who? What? Somebody else knows now. Somebody else knows that Ellie is... I'm gonna fucking... I'm gonna fucking lose it. Ellie's jacket is shimmering around her body for absolutely no goddamn reason. Well, I'm glad to see they've mostly fixed the flashlight interactions with the anti-aliasing, but, you know, there's no real reason that they couldn't have patched that on the fucking PS4, could they? I have had it with these stupid shimmy shake move-throughs.
This is so weird. It should be appearing on my...
Hey, what's... Why do we have structures that are outside of our area of patrol and control? Guys, why are we giving our enemies places to stay? Why are we giving zombies places to hide out? Is that a magazine-fed bolt-action rifle with a magazine slot taped over or plated over?
Oh no. Oh, thank God.
I mean, I prefer that... I prefer Joel showing her that. That was nice. That was neat. This is just... Season 2 is just a great example of how you fuck things up by changing them. And this isn't even a good game. Like, they improved a bunch of stuff by some of the things they changed and added and moved around in Season 2, but they also fucked a bunch of stuff up.
Dude, I don't know what is going on. My capture card should be able to work. Nothing's showing up on Streamlabs or 4K capture.
Huh. Somebody just left a bunch of crap laying around in here. I'm sure they won't miss that. Is that a bong? That is a fucking bong. Hey, this is the kind of toolbox I was looking for once upon a time. I wouldn't turn one down if I found it, but, you know. Pistol ammunition. Get that cocaine, Gizmo.
What the?
That wasn't me.
The cavalry is here.
I just heard you going... Dean Eugene, all clear. Dean Eugene, found one horse stuck in the ice. Didn't get back to camp, skipping next lookout. Dean Eugene, all clear. Jesse Astrid, one clicker in the basement of 2358 Mountain View, cleared it. Greg Bonney, dead goat by Senate Days retirement, found 3 runners inside, cleared him. Dina Eugene, 1 runner along the main road, cleared it. Greg Bonney, all clear. Snow's pretty rough, got a camp here. Jesse William, all clear. Dina Eugene killed 3 more runners outside the suburbs. Dina Eugene found a dead deer outside the tower, looked chewed up, no infected. Dina Eugene, all clear. Bad rainstorm, riverhead flooded. Camping here tonight, then backtracking in the morning. Dina Eugene, all clear. Jesse Dina saw footprints, followed them to a small encampment. 2 adults, 1 child in need of medical attention, taking them straight to town. Tommy Joel, all clear. Greg Bonney, all clear. Tommy Joel, only 2 clickers by the gas station, cleared him, otherwise clear. Greg Bonney, all clear. Chad Willie, all clear. This is a very irregular patrol schedule.
Hey, Flint!
Why did you sign the all clear before we actually checked to see if everything was clear?
And Wes. And all of the others.
This reminds me of, some of my coworkers, actually.
What do you mean by that?
And because we only send Tommy and Joel in there, oh dear. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Dina, show... Dina, I want to know. Can you show me?
So... now Porky Minch is just a pitiful old man who can't even move.
Some of the lines, Ashley Johnson sounds like she's trying to act a lot more butch than she usually would. Which is weird, because... okay, she sounds fine on most of the lines, but every now and again, and it's just... sounds like she's throwing her voice down here. Busy work does not a more immersive game make, Neil. Could have just had me walk up to the horses.
So in the aftermath of the battle against Gygus, Porky ended up falling through a portal in time and ended up here.
Oh, come on.
And, well, he turned into an old man.
Oh, so he became old Biff Tannen.
Kinda, but now he ends up aiming to make a blonde 12 to 13-year-old's life miserable, as opposed to a slightly chubby kid's life. Dr. Ando nuts.
You know, if we hadn't spent so much time fucking around, we might have arrived in time to, stop something that's going to happen. No, we need to go straight for the ski lodge. No, I'm going to run for the ski lodge as quickly as I can.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's fresh blood.
That's a long way down.
It's a long way to the bottom if you want to rock and roll.
Yep. Yeah, funnily enough, Ness's unique psychokinetic ability. It was
that's some pop
PK,
in there.
Was PK Rockin'.
Huh. Will the game let me go back? Game will not let me go back. Game wants to sidetrack me so that I can't possibly get to the place where I want to get to in time.
Ow. Ugh. Jeez.
That's a very good question. That's also a very good question.
Sure, you go ahead first. Flint, I haven't played as you since chapter 1.
I could get onto the fucking roof. Oh, god damn it.
Not like we have much of a choice, Kumatora, because the door is locked behind us.
Wow, you really don't want me leaving this area.
You know what would be ultra cathartic, Alex? If I could throw Porky Minch down all of those stairs. I'm like, yeah, you're making me walk down all these fucking stairs. Or how about...
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. And what I desire is fucking... Why is there a reflection on a plate that's... no light is shining on? That's embarrassing. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
That's almost as embarrassing as my son.
So have you gotten to the Joel and one part? Have you gotten to the Joel and one?
Do you know what that's a reference to?
No, I'm not reacting to that.
What are you reacting to?
I'm trying to look up how to make my 4K capture work.
Oh, right. You're still on that?
I'm still on that. It's a new capture card, too. I want to make... I literally want to just make this work.
What brand is it? Is it an Elgato?
Yeah.
Oh.
I relied on the first two, and they worked fine.
4K 60?
This one just came out. The 4KX.
Oh, shit. That's the new one.
Yeah.
Okay, this place is just plain freaky. What? Okay, then. You're gonna probably need that for
I've
later.
got the 60S.
Oh, come on. What is this? Are you kidding me? I don't have that. Oh, fuck. So why did it give me a motherfucker? Okay.
This sequence is way better in the game than it is in the show. They truncated the fuck out of it in the show.
I'm sure they did.
They could have made an entire episode out of this.
Yeah, I feel like in this part of the game, the enemies are just like these strange forms of...
Yeah, the runners. I like how the zombie game has some actual fucking zombies in it.
Until it doesn't.
Oh yeah.
And then it's only good for one. Oh, no. Oh, that's not a good sign. That's definitely bad juju. Dad? Are you okay? What? Yeah, that masked douchebag that's been... Well... getting on our case this whole time was our twin brother.
Greenpeace Market.
Yeah, Porky turned him into a cyborg.
Cyborg. Come with me if you want to leave. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Oh my god.
I apologize if I am, like, making this out to be more serious than it may actually be, but...
Always. Dina? Darling?
But I would rather take this situation... But I would rather take this dire situation where the end of the world all is at stake seriously, than just truncate the shit out of it like an average MCU movie nowadays.
How many times is the end of the world happening in the MCU these days? Is it
hard to say?
Every fucking week?
Hard to say. It's the only thing they've done since Avengers Endgame.
I wasn't going to hurt you. I don't want anything from your store except for the drugs. Your husband came at me. What choice did I have? My little sister stopped feeling her feet. I needed the insulin. Everyone is hoarding this stuff. What choice did I have? I hope he survives. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I couldn't care less.
And now, I take your drugs so that I can learn new skills.
Okay. I see what I did wrong.
Remember, kids, drugs are good for you. They help you learn things.
Okay.
Hey, remember that Porky machine we saw earlier, or during that Pollyanna bit? Yeah, this is the upgraded version.
Oh, I don't see what I did wrong. What the hell?
Hello, Ellie. My name is Optimus Prime. Please climb on my cab so that you can climb on that roof.
Motherfucker, you do not have the right to toy with him. That is a human life.
There we go.
I'm gonna enjoy kicking your ass, old man.
Ellie, if you find any more antifreeze in there, remember your old friend Optimus helped you out.
Oh, and by the way, Alex, I'm sure you remember that this machine from Smashy Bros.
Probably, yes. It was one of the bosses.
It was in Brawl?
Yes. Health kit recipe unlocked, even though I already fucking knew it. Actually don't need... Oh, the health kit... That's unintuitive. That's, huh. Mask singular on. Mine is broken. I'm sorry, I just really don't need it.
Oh dear.
In hindsight, the spores thing was really dumb. I kind of wonder why you didn't, break this place down. Yeah, that's gonna happen more spectacularly than you might think, Dina. I got drugs.
How much of the drugs?
Not enough. There can never be enough drugs. I'm fiending for some drugs.
Still having trouble here. Did I make a wrong purchase?
Elgato's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
They are, but I'm not seeing anything on people using these for retro gaming. They're still new, I guess?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, whatever. Look around, see if there's anything. Oh, that's probably the combination for the safe, isn't it? Kristen, the real shit in the safe for you. Good boy got employee of the month. Okay, so I have to go find the employee of the month. When you have listen mode on, that becomes trivially easy, which is part of the reason why I turned listen mode off. Watched a couple of people Let's Play this game, and they commented about how fucking pissy the game was with listen mode. You just have to find the dog being... February, March, April, May, June, July. So 8, 9, 7, 23rd. 07 2013.
Oh dear. Oh, thank God.
07.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dip, guys. I'm gonna keep messing with this seeing
Alright.
until it
Yeah, I'm
works.
probably
I'll
gonna-
see you guys later.
Hey! That was gameplay.
See ya.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Faster health kits. Increased maximum health. Excuse me. Endure. I'm gonna keep for that. And, like that, I'm gonna go ahead and save, and I'm gonna go ahead and quit for the night, because it's 11 o'clock.
I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna wrap up this boss fight and call it.
I was
Good
hoping that
idea.
I was hoping that I'd be able to
'Cause-
get to the crazy shit, but well, it's been mostly boring shit so far.
Yeah.
Till next time, bye everybody.